Hello, everybody, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here for episode 9 of Island in the Sky, A Fist of Iron. We're in a sticky situation that is going to be solved with friendship and hugs and not combat at all, and no one has to die. Jack, no one has to die. Here with me in this harrowing ordeal, yes, we are down someone. That's okay. We'll make up for it. But here today, Speedy, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
Hello, my name is Speedy. You can find me everywhere online as Not So Speedruns. And I am here playing Wesley Meacham, or Wes, our good boy paladin. Worships the goddess, really just wants the best for all of his friends and the kingdom and the world. And doesn't want to hurt anyone. And I just want to make one thing abundantly clear to Jack, which is that you can't just do that, all right? You can't just do that.
It's true. Making sure that Jack can't just do that. Kenny, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And who are you playing today?
I don't want to take responsibility for Jack. No. I am Kenny Hill, and I am playing Alethea, who is a socially awkward rogue elf
Goddess.
demi-goddess. I don't even know anymore. Not a princess. So that's great.
You got me.
Also, I will be assisting in Tisla Onyx Fist's shenanigans for this evening. And I really don't want to let my friend die. So I'll be very careful, I promise.
Perfect. And here to make sure that you're not. Jack, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And tell us about Island in the Sky.
Hey guys, my name is Jack. I go by JackoBuddy everywhere, where I do writing, a lot of homebrew kind of stuff, so you can check me out on Twitter and places like that. And according to this book right here, it says I can, so I think I will.
Okay.
And,
But you can't just do that, though.
and it has some kind of interesting death rules in it too, so I might use those potentially also.
I
We'll see.
certainly hope not.
No, I hope not to. Yeah, I hope we don't kill anybody, but yeah, today should be a lot of fun.
So apart from trying to kill us, Jack is also here representing Reliant Games. You can check them out on Twitter. You can check them out on Twitch. Reliant Games is available for all your podcast creation needs. They are actually making a podcast out of this show to be released soon. Kenny, on the other hand, is not representing Reliant Games. She is releasing. Wow, I guess it's already been released. She is representing the Dice of Rolling, a complete set of polyhedral dice with optimized quantities and fun colors for D&D 5e. Christmas is right around the corner. Get these for your new players. Get these for your old players. If you like D&D, just get this. They're super cool. Use coupon code UMG for $1 off, and pay attention on next Friday for a massive sale over on the website, so go check that out. And last but not least, guys, if you want to kick some cash back to the pockets of these lovely faces here, go check out our Patreon. The goal is to set up just to do that, to be able to pay our players, pay our GMs, so I implore you, go check that out. Every dollar counts. And with that, Jack, what if we don't play? We just hang out and then no one dies.
Works for me.
Okay, cool. Jack, take us away.
All right. So last time, a little refresher for y'all. Last time you talked to some people down at the bottom of the island. You know, nothing weird about that whatsoever. Learned that you needed a key in order to reach the heart of the island, that when you find this key, it will tell you where to go, classically in a linear fashion, like most RPGs. You learned that one piece was in the possession of the Emperor of the Iron Nation, and the other is in possession of the Queen of the Kingdom of Magic. You were teleported together to the Iron Nation, where most of y'all left Gavin and Felix behind at the temple for safekeeping. But the rest of you guys, Mortimer, Dr. Thomas, and all of you went to the Emperor's Palace, where you ran into everyone's best friend, Wilbur, who y'all left back in like the big audience room whenever you went back, and got the Emperor to agree on a ceasefire. And in classic just got you to agree on ceasefire action, suddenly a bomb went off and parts of the roof fell. Human was pinned to the ground and took a little bit of bludgeoning damage, not very much. And then some paladins with some really cool Diablo style angelic looking wings came flying into the room, led by none other than Captain Varys, and this is the very unit that Wes was supposed to be serving in. And so we are going to pick up right there with these paladins floating into this room, and the captain, not really having noticed who's in this room yet, kind of landing down in the room alongside 5 other paladins, and him yelling, "All right, men, kill the Emperor!"
Are we in initiative?
Not yet. We
Okay.
will be probably momentarily.
These guys are flying.
Wait! I yell.
These guys are flying on what now?
They have, so they're in like their paladin armor, and then out their backs, they have these wings that are made of magic. And as they kind of float and land on the ground, the wings actually kind of fade away and go down. So they're now grounded in this room, kind of flying through that hole in the wall.
And there are how many?
There's the captain, and then there are 5 other paladins in this room, and you saw several other paladins outside flying in different directions.
Okay. And they're no longer flying?
They're no longer flying.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yep, they're down on the ground.
Shit.
Yeah,
I'm going to put myself between them and the Emperor and just shout out, "Wait!"
Okay, yeah, and the captain in his very regal-looking paladin armor kind of turns and says, "Wesley? By the goddess, what are you doing here?"
Captain, I'm sorry. I was given another quest. One that I can only assume was given by the goddess herself. And do not kill this man.
I'm afraid we have no other choice, Wesley. This is to end the war right here. Shing, and he draws his sword.
We have a way to end the war.
What you got, Yuman?
Human stands up and says, "Listen to my friend!" And I put my hand out and cast Charm Person.
Oh, man.
So he needs to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. Well, his wisdom is not particularly great, so...
You just want him to listen, though. So.
Oh, he got a 15 on the dot. Well, look at that.
Tie goes to the attacker?
Not on a DC, it doesn't.
Damn it!
Nice try.
Butts. Well, you know...
He's trying to cast spells on the captain.
No, human, stop that.
Let's roll
No.
initiative.
I was trying to make him listen to you.
Let's roll that initiative.
Captain, you just need to let me explain.
We have an agreement.
You can argue that in initiative.
I was
Okay.
helping.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Oh,
Okay, so
Same
Alethea
sense.
has a 12.
Oh, that's gonna be confusing.
Wow, okay. Yuman has a 12. Which one of y'all has more decks? Probably Alethea.
Alethea.
Yeah.
Geez, Speedy, you couldn't roll like a 13 or a 10.
Then
Or
Tisla
11.
has an 11,
Selfish.
and Wes has a 21. Wow. Wes, what is your dexterity?
2 or 14 rather.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you're actually first in initiative. That's exciting. Okay, I have a big initiative tracker. I'm trying to keep all ordered up here. So give me just a sec to get this all sorted. That's on. Oh boy, I have a bunch of 12s on here. Let's see. Human, what is your dexterity?
2.
2. Okay, yeah, so that puts you ahead right there as well. Very good, very good. Could have been worse. That's the good news. Okay, so Alethea is there. Okay. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, just to be extra mean today.
Did you forget to mention
Hmm?
Did you forget to mention it?
Yeah, I did. Just to be extra mean today, whenever I created each of these 5 paladins in addition to Captain Varys, instead of calling them like Paladin 1, Paladin 2, little journey, they all have names.
Good.
So our order of initiative is going to be Wes, then Captain Varys, then Connor, Daniel, then Mortimer, then Alethea, then Yuman, then Greg, then Tisla, then Matthew, then Doyle, then Dr. Thomas, and then the Emperor. This is a very long initiative order. So,
Speedy, how
Wes,
well acquainted are you with all these people?
He knows them by name, apparently.
first name basis, apparently.
Yeah, we trained together.
Yes.
Yikes. All right, buddy. You are first in initiative. You are kind of standing between them and the Emperor. The Emperor is kind of well behind your group. They kind of flew in the opposite side of the room. So y'all are pretty well blocking him for the moment, but Wes is kind of stepped forward. Captain Varys is kind of in the front as well with the other 5 behind him.
All right. I'm going to use my action to cast Bless on myself and Tisla and Human.
Okay, so Tisla and Human have a blessing as well. So whenever you make a attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. Very cool.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to stand in front of the Emperor, shield first, but sword still in my hand. And I'm just going to say to the captain, he's signed an agreement for a ceasefire. We're not going to have to fight anymore.
The time for ceasefires has long since passed.
Has it?
Yeah.
In 2 days. What?
What if it didn't?
The goddess tells us to choose peace.
He seems to be hearing none of this. Okay.
Damn it, Speedy Paladin harder.
And it is now Captain Varys' turn. He is going to take a step towards Wes and say, if you won't back down and get out of the way, I'll be forced to put you down myself then. And he is going to attack you.
How could he?
And he's going to raise his Morning Star and take a swing. No, I take that back. First, he's going to raise his Morning Star in the air and say, this is for the goddess herself. And he's going to pass his hand across the Morning Star as he casts Magic Weapon on his Morning Star, which consumes his bonus action. This is concentration, so we'll need to remember that. But he has +1 on his weapon right now. And then he's going to swing his now +1 Morning Star at you. With a 11 to hit is probably not a hit.
Correct.
All right. Yeah, he kind of takes a swing, and you very easily just parry it with your shield that was ready to defend. And that is his turn.
Because the goddess is on our side. So
Yeah.
our side is the good side.
Totally.
Yes.
All right.
That is definitely what Wes is telling himself.
All right, so Varys is fighting Wes. It is now the paladin named Connor's turn. Seeing all these enemies, seeing the giant thing that tried to cast a spell on his captain, he's going to pull out a light crossbow and take a shot at Human.
Connor, no!
Nope, that misses wildly.
That's rude.
So that misses. The next one, let's see, who would he go after? He would probably go after Human as well. He's actually going to run up and melee with a Morning Star and take a swing.
Who is this?
This one is the one called Daniel.
Daniel, come on! Don't you trust me? He's a friend. He's on our side.
Swings, not hearing. 12. Man, these guys can't hit for
I just
squat.
want an empathetic Daniel, no! Connor, no! Greg, no!
Human, no! Olivia, no! Everyone, no! Everyone, just stop!
That's
All right.
too good.
Cool, and it is now Mortimer's turn. Mortimer is going to see, obviously, this fight kind of kicking into full gear. He's going to pull up his crossbow gun and is going to kind of aim for, like, the leg, I think, of Connor. Seeing him take a shot at Human, he's going to take a shot back with his little crossbow gun. And he's also going to miss. This is the game of misses. Alrighty. So that was Mortimer's turn.
They don't want to hurt us. Also, the goddess is on our side.
It is a ceasefire.
It seems like, nobody's actually done any real damage yet. So I don't know that I would take a crack shot on anybody. I'm worried about the Emperor and that situation and bomb. I am very interested in the bomb and the remnants of the bomb. And if I can investigate that and discern what's going on there. So I'm going to go to the Emperor and check on him. But I also want to investigate the bomb in the middle of this combat.
Okay. The bomb went off behind where the paladins are, so getting there is going to be pretty difficult.
The Emperor got flew across the room then, because he's now behind us.
Yeah,
correct?
He got thrown back from the wall.
Oh, okay, never mind. I do want to check on the Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
I think we already have the ceasefire agreement written out like on us, so like that's not a concern. But I want to make sure he's okay. And I mean, I don't know. Did he grab his necklace?
He was not able to finish opening the safe. He had started putting in the combination when it went off, and you can see the safe is still shut over on the wall, kind of near where the hole is.
Okay. Yeah. I want to go to him and make sure he's okay, but I don't want to shoot anybody yet.
Yeah, roll me a medicine check.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like alchemy, right?
Sure. You don't see any signs of major injuries as far as you can tell, but you're no doctor.
Yeah. Nope, not.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
Human. Good boy, human.
Human crouches down, not that it matters, behind Speedy, or behind Wesley, and he reaches over and pulls out a strange sack that he recently received.
Oh, man.
And then lifts his hand in the air and says, "No!" And from his hand springs a fountain of fog that fills the room, heavily obscuring everyone. As I cast Fog Cloud, it takes up the entire room and everyone is heavily obscured, which means everyone has disadvantage to hit anyone and you can barely see anything.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, the whole room just fills with a very thick fog. Jeez. For a minute, I thought you were talking about your magic bag you got from the master.
He did pull that out.
Okay, so he has it out right now, but he hadn't opened it yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Noted. Alrighty. Anything else the human wants to do?
No, but I mean, if anyone was looking at him, he does the hand thing, and then he's about to put his hand in that bag.
Okay. Cool. It is now the paladin known as Greg's turn. What is the duration on that? It's a concentration.
Up to an hour.
Concentration. Up to an hour on concentration. Jeez. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he is. I guess he's gonna fire his crossbow into the room somewhere. He's gonna shoot at Mortimer. He's gonna have disadvantage though. Wow. Okay.
Nailed it.
Yeah. He did so good. He does not drop his weapon or anything. However, he's for the moment. But yeah, he takes a shot at Mortimer and just shoots basically just blindly into the fog somewhere.
Heck yeah.
It is Tisla's turn.
Tisla also can't see and has disadvantage in all this.
Everyone. Yeah.
And she would probably take a defensive stance at this point. I don't know as like a monk what she has that will like really maybe just readying an action in order to parry an incoming attack.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
So
you can take the defend action.
You can take the dodge action, which gives you +2 A. No, it gives you +2 AC, and also a level 4 monk should have deflect projectiles.
I don't. Well,
but that's just
hasn't been updated to level 4 yet.
I think at level 4 has that.
But that's just a reaction.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can use the dodge action. As a monk, you can spend a key point to do that as a bonus action if you want, but it sounds like you don't have an attack either. So
yeah. So I guess that's what she does.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. There were 2 paladins left in this room, Matthew and Doyle. They're actually going to kind of hang back towards where the hole is for the moment, kind of like coughing in this fog, like not really sure what to do, and they can't see where people are fighting. And the fight hadn't moved very much, and they don't have a lot of room to get in here right now. With that, it is Dr. Thomas's turn. He's just going to stay back for now. At this point, you hear the door to the study swing open, and you hear the sound of some footsteps kind of rushing into the room. And anyone who's kind of close enough to see, you can see the forms of some soldiers from the Iron Nation come running into the room, and they kind of see what's going on in this room. And they pull up like these big guns that they have and are prepared to defend their emperor as well. And then it's the Emperor's turn. He's going to spend his turn standing up and dusting himself off like a real Emperor would. Because he ain't no fighter. And Wes, we're back to you.
Cool. I'm just going to sort of frantically try and look at all of the paladins around in this fog and just say, you have to trust me. This is we don't need to fight. This is all for the best. I know it's hard to believe, and I know that you have your orders, but we have a chance to save everyone. Please just retreat. And as I say retreat, I cast command on the captain.
Ooh, okay. What is his what's the DC?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save, okay.
I don't know what the DC is on that.
Probably your spell save DC.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna fail though.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you yell this retreat command, and he like expects honestly like cowardice out of you. And you suddenly stand up very firm and you just say, you say these words very commandingly and kind of strong after parrying his blow, and he takes a couple steps back like, whoa. And so, yeah.
No. Retreat. He has to retreat. Like it says for flee, it spends its entire turn moving away from me by the fastest available means.
It's not a turn yet.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Why you like playing that?
You're right. I was getting ahead of myself.
Whoa.
Sure, that's my turn.
Okay, yeah, on his turn, he basically does that. He turns and kind of moves his way back very quickly, back kind of to where the hole is where they first entered this room, and he looks at the two paladins, Matthew and Doyle, that are still back there. He's like, what are you two doing? Get in there and finish him. And he kind of takes a couple more steps back and is like, nope, screw this. So he heads back out of the room for the moment, which is actually very good. He was about to do something scary to you.
I mean, I guess. I wish he hadn't ordered the other men to attack, but sure.
I mean,
that's not what I would do when I was retreating, but
yeah, what if you're a semi-coward of a captain? It's a tactical advance in the opposite direction.
Yeah, it's a tactical. Yeah.
A tactical retreat doesn't usually involve sending more people forward.
It's only tactical for him.
It doesn't. It's
only
tactical for him specifically.
Yeah.
I gotta run. You guys go make him not be around anymore to kill me. Okay, it is back to Connor's turn. He is going to take another crossbow shot at. You gotta shoot at Tisla this round. Wow, that's gonna hit her probably even with. I'm so she didn't have 19 AC.
Her AC is 7. Yeah, it's.
Is
17.
Is it 17 naturally?
Oh yeah, 17.
No, with the dodge.
Okay.
Okay.
So
yeah, so she'll take 9 piercing then. Because she'll be at disadvantage, so 17 against 17.
She can use her reaction to deflect. Oh no, she can't.
Yes, she
That's
can.
only if it's.
I would decide if she can or can't.
You can.
She can she can deflect missiles. Yes, she can use her. I think that's how that works.
Yeah, roll a d10.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's how it works.
You subtract 6 damage from that, and you take 3 damage.
Nice. Very cool. Very
And
cool.
you can. I think you do that like forever. Like that's just like an overpowered monk feature.
Yeah, I think so.
Why have I never played a monk?
Yeah. And if you equal the damage dealt to you, you just grab the arrow and you can throw it back to them back at them as a bonus action.
Because that's how arrows work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he takes a shot and Tizzle like catches like most of the arrow and just kind of takes like a little scratch on him, and he kind of like gulps a little bit like, oh boy. Yeah, deflect missiles it is. Okay. Tight. And then it is the other paladin, Daniel's turn. That is the one that was swinging at human, so he's going to take another swipe.
Oh shit! It's actually way more than that. Yeah, it's 1d10 plus Dex plus monk level.
Oh
so
jeez,
like,
that's
So
super strong.
you caught the arrow. So
Yeah,
you take no
you
damage and you catch the arrow. And then you can throw it back at him. So make an attack.
For a key point.
Oh yeah, for a key point. That's right. Yeah. So,
Oh no, I don't want to
you
use those.
you
yet.
caught it and snapped it in the air or something.
Okay.
Something dope.
Yeah, so he's like, oh shit. That's his reaction. And then Morningstar coming at human at disadvantage. That's a 6.
Nope, not gonna work.
Darn this fog. The fog of nothing is going to happen. Here we go. Okay. It is Mortimer's turn. He's going to take a shot back at Connor again.
Don't.
Nope. There ain't no bloodshed in this fight today, guys. Ain't no bloodshed.
I'm betting all my buttons on it.
I bet. All right, Alethea, it is back to you.
Okay, so no, the Emperor's up. Dust himself off. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how hurt he is. He seems mostly okay, not concussed, not unconscious. How big is this room? And could I dash all the way across it back to the safe undetected?
Yes. You gotta make a stealth check to do undetected. One of the paladins, the one named Greg, is pretty close to there.
Yeah, but Greg's engaged in combat with someone, or trying to be engaged in
which
combat.
is why you can try to stealth past him, which I'm assuming you're pretty good at.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give him a disadvantage perception check, and their perception is not particularly good. Disadvantage because he's locked in combat in a foggy room.
Plus, you should have advantage on your stealth because you're in concealed cover.
Yep. So you'll probably win that.
Okay, so the room is small enough I could dash across to the exploded safe.
You didn't have to dash. You could just do it in regular movement.
Oh gosh, well then I want to do that. And
30 feet in like a little room, I guess. Yeah. Okay, yeah. 9 versus 2. That'll do it.
Cool. I investigate it.
Okay. It is a combination kind of lock, like, you turn the dial this way, turn it back, and then you turn it back again, and it'll open. You don't know the combination. You don't know where he left off on it. You could potentially try to pick this lock.
Open? I thought the safe is what exploded here.
No, it was the wall like next to it.
They blew a hole in the wall and flew in.
Yep.
Okay. That's sleight of hand's not gonna help me with this. I don't know. I don't think I have anything that's gonna help me with this. You can't just know these things.
Yeah.
Can I just investigate the wall and the explosive instead to see if I could discern its make and origin?
Sure.
Cool. Investigation.
Okay, yeah, you have seen this kind of bomb before working in the Wizard Tower. This is a type of bomb that the Kingdom of Magic very much favors. It's kind of a mix between science and magic. They use like some black powder and things like that, but it's usually ignited using magic. So they'll kind of place it and then shoot it with like some fire or something, and it'll blow up.
Okay. Very interesting. Well, I'm just going to chill here for a bit then.
Cool. Yeah, and on your next turn, you can try to like pick the lock or something on the safe if you want to. And try to rogue. I'm assuming you have thieves' tools.
Maybe.
You start with them.
Something like it. Okay. Then we are on Human's turn.
All right, Jack, refresh my memory. How does this bag work?
You don't know what's in it. When you open it and you reach inside will be something that you need.
Okay. For my edification, is it something that I decide that I need right now, or is it a predetermined mystery item?
In this kind of situation, if you draw it right now, I'll let you decide what's in it. There's some circumstances in the campaign where I have ideas of things that would be in the bag. And something like this, I'll let you kind of decide what you pull out of this bag. It's something, the bag is about the size of an apple, so you can't pull like, a huge...
It's not a bag of holding.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
It's not a bag of holding.
And I saw where the Emperor was last before I cast Fog, right?
Correct.
Okay. Human rises up out of the mist like Godzilla, and he's going to just... He charges over to where the Emperor was.
Are you going to disengage from the guy you're fighting?
No, he can take an attack.
All right. He's going to disadvantage still. Yep, yeah. He misses.
So he gets up, probably startles the guy. He swings wildly, and he just disregards him entirely. He moves over to where the last place he saw the Emperor was, and he's just going to kind of wildly throw his hands around and try to grab the Emperor in like a scoop, like hug motion.
Okay.
Am I able to do that?
Are you going to say something first, or are you going to just try to just go scoop him up?
Yeah, I think he just shouts, Emperor! Emperor! And he's just scooping him. So you just see like the fog just swirls around in circles as he's trying to scoop him up.
Okay, yeah, he'll probably let you do that.
Okay, so he grabs him in like one arm, and then his other arm plunges into the bag, and the thing I want to pull out is the feather that was in Tisla's possession.
Oh, man. Okay.
Oh, I don't have the necklace yet.
Nice. Yeah, or it might have been Wes that had it, actually.
Was it Wes? I thought it was Tisla that said I couldn't have it. Could have been.
Either
Either way, whoever has it. Whoever has
pull the magic feather out.
I want to pull the magic feather out of the bag, and that I will say that's my action for now.
Cool. Human has a feather.
Okay.
So no one saw this happen. You just see a whoosh of fog go by and hear Emperor.
In fact, I'll make it a little bit more interesting. So whenever you pull the feather out, the feather is now golden instead of silver, like it was before.
Neat.
So what this feather does now is, before it was set to bring you to kind of the plaza in front of the palace in the Kingdom of Magic. Now it will take you wherever you tell it to. That's be somewhere you've been before, but you can specify somewhere you've been and it will take you there.
Okay.
So, and
He was
it's
going
in
to choose
human
like
hand.
5 feet to the left.
He was going to be like the bottom of the island again. Alrighty.
That's it for human.
Very cool. All right. The paladin known as Greg totally missed entirely Alethea slipping by him. Let's see. What is he going to do? Because last turn he was kind of shooting his crossbow around. He's probably thinking it's a bad idea at this point. I think he's going to run in and attack Wes. He's going to run
What
out.
is this?
This is one called Greg, and he's going to kind of run up at you and say,
Greg,
like,
come on, man!
I'm sorry about this, man. You're on the wrong side today, I guess.
No, I swear, I'm with you guys.
Roll me convince or persuasion. Persuasion. That's what it is in 5th edition. Too many different game systems.
18.
Ooh. He doesn't necessarily like give up fighting, but he takes this turn to stop and be like, do I want to fight my brother? And so that is his turn. And it's Sizzle's turn.
Is she technically engaged? She got shot at, but no one's like swinging at her like in melee.
No one's
Right.
in melee with her, so she's not engaged.
So nobody saw human, not even Tisla. Okay. So she
No one has seen human.
if nobody's hit her, I can't do that accent, but something she would probably try to, you know, in Tisla's fine form, try to convince, you know, we don't have, I don't even want to attempt that.
We don't have to fight.
We don't
want to fight.
Yeah, and, you know, that was lovely, but something along the line of, you know, we don't have to fight. Friendship is magic, and like no damage has been done yet. We can still work this out peacefully, but she would still be on the defensive.
Roll me a persuasion. Something I'll get that right.
She was all like, what? What, you got rocks in your head? We don't have to fight.
Wow.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Wow.
Someone clip that and send it to her. Okay, yeah. You maybe see a couple.
She can add a D4 to that.
Yeah, she wants to. You want to add a D4?
Blessed.
Because she's blessed.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that for like all of the other rolls, but I don't think it would have made a difference for any of them.
It could make a difference on this one. Okay, on a 14, you see a couple of the paladins kind of like maybe glance at each other, but none of them at this point like stop fighting. But you get the impression that a couple of maybe some of the younger paladins here are like, huh, weird. Why are we fighting this? This fighting going so well. The fact that there's been no bloodshed in almost 2 rounds of initiative is helping that. Okay, and there are 2 paladins left to go. That is Matthew and Doyle, who were ordered after Wes, but Wes is already engaged by Greg. So Matthew is going to run up as well. He's going to look at Greg and say, What, you got sympathy for this coward? Because he's always been kind of the jerk in the class. And he's going to swing a Morningstar at you.
Wait, what's this guy's name?
Matthew.
Oh, God damn it, Matthew!
Any nat
Or,
20s.
gosh dang it, Matthew.
He would be-
No,
he
he
would
has
be
a
Matthew.
12.
He's a jerk.
Disadvantage, I'm sorry. He would have natted you except for the fog, which is now only a 12.
Good. That's a miss.
He wildly swings in such a way that would have like crushed your freaking head in, except it totally missed. It hit a globe on the desk behind you.
Nice.
It looked really cool. And then Doyle is the other one. He is going
Wait,
to...
there's a globe on the desk?
There was.
Like a Earth globe?
I don't know. I just said things not knowing.
Like a snow globe.
It's like a snow globe. There we go.
Okay,
It's a snow globe with the island inside. Hey, people on the island can dream, can't they? Okay.
There's like a whole sector of like conspiracy theorists who believe that the Earth is actually round.
Yep, and that is actually an Earth. Okay, and then yeah, the last guy's gonna draw his crossbow, and he's gonna take a shot at Mortimer, who's been shooting back at them. And 11's gonna miss him.
Mortimer's not getting. I mean, he's trying to help, but.
Yep. Okay. Well, no, that was the other paladin shooting at Mortimer.
No, okay.
Yep. And then Dr. Thomas ain't doing anything. The soldiers in the room are going to do something. They're going to take some shots at the paladins. They move as a kind of group. They're kind of like a collective kind of thing. So they're going to shoot. That is a 14 to hit. That is actually going to hit the first paladin. No, it's not. I take that back. That does not hit.
I'm going to turn back to the Iron Nation soldiers and be like, don't hurt them. They're not doing anything wrong. They're going to run away. I promise. They just have to listen.
In the most exciting sequences of combat ever, we've got now like 2 full rounds of initiative without a single freaking HP getting lost. As the Emperor's last initiative, and he's just in Human's arms going like, where are we going?
It's okay, I got this. Is it Human's turn?
No, it's actually gonna be Wes's turn in a minute. But first, as everyone's kind of in this room scrambling, having the worst fight I've ever seen, you all hear a couple booming sounds in the distance that imply maybe some other explosives have gone off.
Oh no.
And the floor under your feet actually rattles a little bit as well. Okay, and we're back to the top of Wes. Wes, you are now engaged by Greg, who you did kind of get to kind of waver a little bit. You're also engaged by Matthew, who wanted to crush your face in.
I am going to take the dodge action.
Okay. You're doing the pacifist run.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say to Greg, I'm gonna look Greg square in his beautiful blue eyes, and I'm gonna say, Greg, come on, you have to listen to me. We're trying to save the island, and we're gonna do it without having to hurt anyone. You have to trust me.
Okay, yeah, you see him kind of look at you, and he has like a helmet on, so you can't see all of his face. You can see kind of some of it under his helmet, and you see kind of like a thoughtful look in his eyes, like he's very much considering what you're saying. And you might be about to have him turn over to your side. We'll find out. It is Captain Varys's turn, and he's gonna kind of yell and go, "Come on, you worthless paladins! Is this all you've got to hit them already?" And he's gonna use his charisma to try and kind of bolster his troops a little bit. Yeah, and they seem a little bit like, I'm like, okay. Like some of them, except for Greg.
Should he have disadvantage because he just ran away?
I think people are used to that from their pompous commanders.
Oh.
He's a jerk. Okay, it is Connor's turn. Yeah, he is going to take a shot at Human, seeing Human picking up the Emperor. Probably won't do anything, but we're sure as heck gonna try, right? That's a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
All right, you're going to make a concentration check. What level is that spell? Level 1?
It's level 1
right?
spell.
Okay, so you need 11.
What's the damage?
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's 10 or the damage, whatever.
So it's going to be 3 plus another 8, so it's going to be 11 damage.
Okay, so I need an 11. Where am I here? Constitution. 17.
All right, fog stays. But yeah, you'll hear a crossbow bolt whiz out, and it actually sticks into Human's shoulder.
Oh.
First blood has been shed.
Finally.
About damn time, am I right?
That
Okay.
would hurt.
All right, and then it is Daniel's turn. He was the one that was engaged with Human until Human ran away. I think he is going to turn, and he's going to go attack Tisla. Moving at her with a Morning Star. With a 9, that ain't going to do anything. Easily swings, and she just ducks it and looks really cool. Okay, at this point, you hear another kind of pitter-patter at the door, followed by the shot of a kind of crossbow gun, similar to what you have Mortimer wielding, fire out his door as well. And this shot comes out as Wilbur enters the room and takes a shot at one of the paladins and hits. Surprise. He comes in here and says, "What the heck's going on in here?" And he shoots, and he's going to catch Connor in the side with this attack, dealing 3 whole whopping piercing damage because Wilbur's on fire.
He's about to be.
Alrighty. Some bloodshed is actually finally happening. And now it is Mortimer, his brother's turn. And Mortimer kind of turns and looks like confused for a minute and then kind of shrugs and then turns back. And he's going to take a shot at Connor.
No, stop hurting them. No one needs to fight Mortimer.
He misses. At least Mortimer was like aiming for their legs and stuff. He's kind of more trying to disable than to kill in his shots, but you know. Alethea, it is your turn. You're by the safe still at the moment. Nobody has noticed you, but go ahead and make me another stealth check just to make sure you can stay sneaky.
If I stay sneaky because I haven't moved an inch, fine. It's the okay.
You're sneaky.
Sneaky, yay. So, at the risk of, I was going to say, I'm being stealthy, I haven't moved, but I'm also about to scream to the other side of the room.
Oh, well.
So, you know.
You nat 20 with your advantage, so I think you can do that and get away with it. You like cup your hands and make your voice reflect off the wall.
Yeah, I'm doing some sort of like weird echo chamber shenanigans because I want to yell towards where the Emperor was. Emperor Knight, what's the passcode?
Okay, let me think for a minute what he's gonna do with this.
I have fast hands, which doesn't actually make my hands any faster, it sounds like, but.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Yeah. That'll be fine.
He's telling you in mime. The safest way to transmit passwords.
Okay, so over like the sounds of the fighting and stuff, you hear the first digit, which is 14, but you can't hear the other 2 numbers when he kind of calls them out across the room.
I like, because I've seen this kind of device before, so I like twirl it around a couple times, hit that 14, and then do I still have time for actions?
Yeah, you can do other stuff. And you know there's going to be 3 numbers in the combination.
Yeah, so I swing it back to the left, past the 14, and I start. I'm an elf. I probably have excellent hearing, larger ears. I stick my head to the safe, and I start listening to see if I can hear a click.
Okay, so safe cracking is actually going to be more of like a sleight of hand.
Oh, great. No, that's great.
Yeah. So try a sleight of hand. You can try to crack the safe. Yeah, you're kind of like feeling it, waiting to feel that mechanism kind of clicking in. Ooh, 24. Yeah, you slide, and I'll say in this turn, since it's going to take you time and turns aren't very long, you're able to find the second digit. At this time, you hit 37, and it clicks a second time.
Okay.
And you turn to like keep going. That's going to be on your next turn.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty, so the first 2 of the 3 digits has been found on the combination line. Very cool. Okay. And now we are on Human's turn, who is carrying the Emperor and has a golden feather.
Man, like, I want to let you do that thing you're doing, Kenny, but Human has no idea you're doing it, and Human thinks he's saving the day.
The ventriloquism.
Oh, that's true. You did shout across.
Yeah. And you heard the Emperor who you're holding shout numbers back.
That's true.
Although, whether Human actually knows what a safe is...
That's another thing.
Questionable.
Intelligence check? Question mark?
I mean, regardless of whether he knows that what a safe is, he knows that Alethea is trying to do something. And I'm just going to say that because I have a 20 in wisdom. So, yeah. So, yeah, he understands that Kenny's trying to... that Alethea's trying to do something. And he just shouts, "Hurry up, friends! We gotta go!" And that's it. And I'm going to take the dodge action. And I'm going to, like, cover up the Emperor, too.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you're kind of covering him with your body, and you take the dodge action, kind of ready to... Man, you're like the freaking Secret Service.
Yep.
Okay, it is Greg's turn. Greg kind of looks over at Wes for a minute, and then he drops his Morning Star on the ground, and then turns and just storms out of the room and kind of flies out the hole. He gone. He's like, screw this fight. So there's one less paladin in here. Cool. Alrighty. It is now Tizla's turn.
So she's hearing this back and forth between Alethea and the Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna continue to dodge and have a defensive stance. Like I think she's like, you idiots, you boneheads, you other mean words that have rock puns in them, but I can't think of them at the moment. She's probably still yelling at them, trying to persuade them to stop. She probably saw Wilbur come in and shoot somebody. She probably yelled at him a little bit as well, but mostly just dodging in friendship and not dying.
Okay, roll me a persuasion from her.
Oh, okay. Another persuasion. She has no charisma.
No.
Which I find surprising.
Oh, that's an 18.
But look at that.
Yep. You see both Wilbur and Mortimer, the two Kobold brothers, both simultaneously put their hands up with like their little weapons in their hand and go like, sorry! We go at the same time.
That's right, you and your... I got nothing. I'm so sorry. I can't do that accent. It's so good when she does it.
I love all these Tesla impressions. All right. And it is Matthew who really wants to beat up Wes. He's like, you were always the favorite student. I don't know, some stereotypical thing like that people say in movies and stuff. And he's going to take a swing at you. That is only a 10. That is not going to work. He sucks.
It's because I'm a good boy and wouldn't hurt anyone. Unlike you were always too aggressive.
A single
You
tear
beat me
rolls
up.
down his cheek. Something like that. Doyle is also going to take a shot at Wes. Because that's what they're ordered to do.
Doyle!
That one. Oh boy. We'll talk about what happens to him in a minute.
Uh-oh.
That's a good segue for that. Okay, it is Dr. Thomas's turn. He is kind of back in the corner, kind of near where Yuman and the Emperor are as well. And he's trying to kind of stay out the way. He has like a little sidearm if he needs it, but he is not a combatant. So he is trying
Okay,
to
blind man has a sidearm?
What's that?
The blind man has a sidearm?
Yep. Well, when I say a sidearm, I mean he has like a little knife on his, not like a pistol. This ain't no Wild West game or something. A weapon on his side, which happens to be, it's actually like a very short scimitar.
Gotcha.
Yep. So yeah, he's just kind of chilling over there. It is the soldiers' turns. They weren't really persuaded to stop because their emperor is in danger, and unfortunately the emperor can't persuade them until after their turn, so they're going to try to take some shots at people. I need to do an intelligence check on them real quick. Oh boy, that's not very good. They're gonna shoot at the guy dressed in paladin armor. They're gonna shoot at Wes.
You know what? That's fine. I'm fine with that.
He's the closest paladin to the emperor. All right, there we go. That is an 8 with the disadvantage. Falling is OP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bounces off my armor.
Yep. And if it shoots him, like the shot just ping.
Well, that's just silly. I don't know why you're attacking me. Please, Emperor, call off your guards.
And the Emperor says, all right, everyone stand down. And then you hear yet another one of those booms, but this time the boom is much, much, much louder. The floor basically jumps underneath all of your feet. And then you hear the sound of breaking metal from down below you. And this room, which has been built out onto a kind of platform suspended out over the side of the island, you realize that they have bombed some of these support beams underneath it. And the room actually begins to tilt very rapidly, and it falls into about a 60-degree incline towards the windows that go out into nothing. So now everyone is going to need to make a dexterity saving throw to see if they can grab onto something. Except for poor Doyle, who nat 1 and is not going to dex save.
Okay, good.
Ooh, man, those are good. Okay, she has an 11.
Can I forego my mad dash to hang on to anything to ensure that I hold on to the Emperor and the feather?
Yes, you
Okay.
can.
So
I was gonna say,
falling.
if you want to hold on to the Emperor, I was gonna let you hold him. But if you want to do that, you can make it a disadvantage to catch him. If you have one arm, you're gonna grab something and hold him in the other.
Nope, he's got the feather and the Emperor, and as the
Oh,
room starts to
true.
fall, he's just going. He just tightens up. He's not grabbing onto anything. He's falling with the floor.
Okay. Yep. Captain Varys completely trips and is falling as well. Doyle is falling towards the window. Let's see. I'm going to roll for Connor. Connor is falling. Then we have Daniel. He is falling. Jeez, these paladins suck. And then Matthew. He's staying. Of course, the jerk is the one who's going to catch something. He grabs onto Wes. Okay, so this floor just suddenly drops into this steep incline, and everyone kind of grabs onto some things. Oh, I also need to do, I'm sorry, we need to do Mortimer. We got other people in this room. Oh, Mortimer, there we go. Okay, Mortimer's good. We have Wilbur. Wilbur's good. Dr. Thomas. I got a lot of character sheets over here, guys. Ooh, that is not good. The soldiers are going to be their own little thing, and then the Emperor is being held by human. Okay, so basically, human, Captain Varys, Connor, Daniel, Doyle, and Dr. Thomas all fly down this incline and smash as one big crowd of people kind of into the side of this window, and are all basically dropping into open air off the side of the island. So everyone kind of has a moment here if any of y'all want to do something to try to like prevent some of this. So your people in danger again are Captain Varys, Connor, Daniel, Doyle, Dr. Thomas, and then Human, who is holding the Emperor.
Is it still foggy?
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh. This is the worst.
Bonus points for it being foggy.
Oh man. Are we still in an
Yeah, whose turn is it?
At the moment, I'm kind of opening it up for everyone. If you want to do something here in the moment as this floor drops and people are barreling towards the bottom of the room, if y'all want to like do something to try to like prevent their potential demise going off the edge of the island.
I would. So who is falling? Or is anyone of our friends falling?
People that you care about are Human, Dr. Thomas, and the Emperor. Human is holding the Emperor, of course, and then there are 4 of the Paladins, including Dr. Varys, falling. Captain Varys.
Okay, I will. You're making me choose.
Yep.
All right, well, I'll try and save Dr. Thomas.
Okay, yeah, so he's going to fly by you, and you can try to grab him. I'll let you take a swing at that. So go ahead and make me a, I don't know, what kind of roll do they give you to catch something? Maybe
Acrobatics or strength?
Yeah, acrobatics.
Yeah, athletics.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, I could do an athletics. That's good.
All right. 22.
Yeah, you catch Dr. Thomas by like his ankle, and he kind of drops and like almost falls, and you're holding him, kind of holding on to the side of like this bookshelf that you're able to grab as well, and you're holding him up for the moment.
I don't know if Tisla would have been close enough to try to catch Human, but she's certainly
no,
probably
you
strong
and-
enough, right?
Yeah, you and Emperor are in the back of the room, so they would not.
No.
Yeah, they're pretty much going unless you can like get him out of range, because he was the furthest away from the hole in the wall.
Grab Greg. I wish I could grab Greg. Can I also try and grab Greg?
Greg actually left before the bomb went off.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, his turn, he took off and left because you persuaded him that this fight was stupid.
Okay.
I don't know that Tisla would have tried to save any of the paladins. She would have been more concerned with the home crew first. So if there's nobody within range that she would have been able to help, she's probably just hanging on as well.
Okay, yeah, she'll just hold on then. What about Alethea, who's at the safe right now?
I want to finish cracking the safe so we can get the heck out of here.
Make me a sleight of hand. Okay, DC was 15. You're close, but you're not there yet.
Okay, so like I hit the 14 again because like once I miss it, I miss it. Like I have to start over. So I like flip to the 14, flip back around to the 37. Do I have time?
You will in a minute. Maybe.
I'm gonna cast Bless again, and this time include Alethea.
Okay.
I'm also going to include 2 of the paladins who are falling.
They fly by. You're like, bless you, and then they fly away.
I'm hoping. Oh wait, they're flying.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, they're like falling. I mean, like.
They all have magical wings, though.
They do.
Is there somewhere that they're going to fall and hit, or is it just like they're just going to die at this point?
So the wing. So here's the thing about the wings. Those wings are a spell, and when they land, they go away, and they aren't the type of magic casters that can cast those kind of wings. So you have the impression on that someone else, like probably like a wizard, put them on them. And
I imagine I would be familiar with the spell that they used to get here.
Yeah, then use a wizard to actually like do the wings, and then the paladins would fly in, and then they got to get out. You know.
Yeah. So they're just falling like off of the edge of the island right now.
Yep.
Well, fuck. Blessing isn't gonna do shit. Or, well, heck, Blessing isn't going to do anything.
There you go.
Whoa.
Okay, Human, you want to do anything else as you're going off the edge with the Emperor?
No, he's just holding the Emperor.
Okay, so Human, Captain Varys, Connor, Daniel, Doyle, and you saved Dr. Thomas. And then the Emperor, who is in Human's grasp, slam into the window, the glass shatters, and they fly out into the open air and begin falling, possibly forever, because we don't know if there's something below. And they are dropping and out of this room. Okay. And I'll give Alethea a chance to crack this safe again.
Please. I don't know anymore. I just want everyone to be okay. And I just saw my friends fly out the window and the Emperor.
Well, the DC is now 13. It went down by 2. You go down by 2 each time you fail because you're like getting closer to it.
Did I still add the D4 to this roll then?
He did bless you, yeah. So you can add a D4 if you choose to.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to.
You need a 3 or a 4 to be successful. Hey!
Yay!
Yeah, with a click, the safe opens, and in there you see the half of the key hanging on like a chain inside of the safe.
Just out of curiosity, is that the only thing in the safe? Or
roll me a quick investigate check, because there's a lot of like papers and different things in here and like a lot of stuff. So let's see like how quickly you can
Damn it, Alethea.
I'm curious if I can find it.
In here as well, you see like some different like metals and things like that you think belong to the Emperor. There's like a little pouch of like some currency that they use in the Iron Nation in here as well. And it's a lot of like paperwork and things like that.
I grab the most interesting piece of metal and then I book it like down and I'm yelling like, use the feather. I don't know who has it, but I'm yelling. I think Wes has it. So I probably yell back at Wes.
Okay. Human perception check. Come on, wisdom boy.
Oh man, I have like a passive of like a 18.
Okay, we can use your passive.
My passive is 17.
Okay, I'll use your passive on it. Yeah, you can hear her just yelling that over the wind as you are tumbling into the sky below.
Okay. He shouts back, "Got it!" and snaps the feather and holds tight to the Emperor.
All right, where are you going?
Yeah, Human, where are we going?
The Meacham residence.
Oh my god!
I knew it.
Yes!
You're going to land on my bed at a very high speed.
It's like, I'm your dad.
Here's this goes. So he crushes this feather, and Human, you appear in Wes's bedroom, but are having massive momentum from beginning your fall. You crash into the floor, break a hole in the floor, drop through, and you land on like the dining room table on the first floor.
Oh, hey everybody, I'm back.
And
he like deposits an Emperor. Just
the Emperor's there, and then Wes, you and everyone else are all there. So the people that are here is Wes, Mortimer, not Wilbur, but Mortimer, and
Good.
Wes, Alethea, Human, Tisla, Dr. Thomas, and the Emperor.
Okay.
So everyone before plus the Emperor now.
Yep.
Felix is not included?
No, Felix and Gavin are not here.
Okay. I rush downstairs and look at my parents, who are probably shocked, right? Are they there?
They are not home at the moment, thank goodness.
Oh, okay.
Thank the goddess.
Woo! How did we get here?
I used the feather.
But I have the feather.
I used my bag, and then I got the feather, and it turned gold, and I said, I want to go home, and it sent me here.
This isn't... Okay, I guess this is kind of your home.
Yeah.
But, okay, I guess... Oh, no.
Now you're going to get the other half.
We're going to need to fix that. What are my parents going to say?
Wesley, what did you do?
I mean,
Yeah, that's what they're going to say.
this is very confusing. Where are we?
We're at Wesley's house.
We're at Wesley's house. We are back in the
Yeah.
Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, this is in the Kingdom of Magic. I'm home.
And I
The Emperor
saved the
kinda gets up.
Emperor.
Wait, did you say we're in the Kingdom of Magic?
Yeah, I saved you.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Do you want to go meet the Queen?
Or Wesley's mom and dad.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I think I will stay here for a bit and then maybe reach out to one of my contacts in the city.
Yeah, that's maybe a good idea. Okay, so go. Yeah, you can stay in my room. Well, then my parents will probably come looking because of the.
I mean,
Lord's
probably.
thing.
I'm just saying, as a thought, because Mortimer is with us, and Mortimer is a businessman of good repute, I assume, and he probably can what's the word? Shelter you in the meantime. 'Cause it's a very tense, obviously, situation with the war going on. So we should do our best to keep you safe, and he can probably help you reach your contact's human.
Put him in the library. I was stuck there for weeks.
Or I could take it to my shop and show them the cool magic lamps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, Mortimer, if you're amenable to that, then that seems like a great plan.
Okay. If I'm doing that, though, I probably can't go with you to the Queens, but I don't think you really need me anyway. You guys got this.
Probably for the best. Also, yes.
The Queen doesn't like me much anyway.
The Queen knows you.
Well, I sold her a lamp this one time, and the warranty was 60 days, and on the 61st day it broke, and she wasn't happy.
Oh.
That's the kind of thing where you generally make like an exception.
But it's 60 days. I mean, what's the point of a 60-day warranty if I fix it on the
She's
61st?
the Queen.
She's a paying customer.
Not anymore.
Okay,
She's
so it's
not.
fine. We won't mention we know you, and it will be fine. But the clock is still ticking, and we.
Oh, yeah, 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days. Because the feather situation was supposed to take us immediately to the Queen, and now we had to figure out how to get to her ourselves.
I mean, we're in the city. It's not that far. But, of course, if we're talking about an estimate of 3 days, I mean, was that estimate including a giant battle involving magic?
Oh.
Oh no. I mean, that wasn't that big. Oh well, I guess the explosions were probably pretty big.
Some of that's sulfur, though.
Yeah.
Gunpowder.
Yeah, we weren't using that much magic. I'm sure like we weren't using any more magic than like would have been used anyways.
Yeah, those paladins have wings, though.
Yeah, but like that's like a pretty normal spell. I mean, like I don't think it would be that much more.
Yeah, the Mormon kind of notices Alethea's like, oh, right, tick-tock, tick-tock. Okay, I'm going to go get a wagon, and I'll be back to escort the package.
Great. That sounds great. Wes, Human, Tisla, we need to figure out how we're going to find Anna. Is that our next order of business, actually, is to find Anna and get her to help us?
Yeah.
We need the other half of the key.
Yeah.
Okay, I have
And
an
she's
idea.
gonna help us, right? That's the plan, is that she will get us that half of the necklace from her mother. And So
Is Dr. Thomas supposed to be our introduction again?
I could be.
What
Certainly.
if we just move very, very quietly?
I don't think that's gonna work.
Are you sure?
They're like very tall gates.
Like taller than me?
Hmm.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Like at least twice as tall.
Oh.
But it sounds like Dr. Thomas can get us into the palace, and that would be the first step towards finding Anna.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps we should take him to the palace forthwith.
Forthwith. I like that.
Miss Alethea, I have a question for you.
Yes.
How do doors and gates work?
They keep people out of places or inside places that they should be, in the places they should be. And only the authorized personnel can get between either place.
Okay. But how does it happen? Is it by magic or is it a wall?
So most doors are mundane. There are definitely situations where you could have a magical door with different mechanisms inside of it that would keep it from opening mundanely and only opening with magic. But I don't know that that will be a problem that we'll face, maybe.
What if I don't want to open the door on a Monday?
Oh. Mundane. It's fine. It just means without magic is what it means. Yeah.
Wesley, are the gates magic? Or Monday?
They're Monday.
Okay. So it's a lock, right? That's what you said it was?
Yeah, but there's always guards.
Okay. Oh. What if there aren't? And we're lucky. I can turn into a snake, and I can go under the gate, and then I can unlock it for you. And then you just walk in very quiet.
That's a possibility, but we don't really know until we get there now, do we?
No.
Nope.
Well,
So
how many paladins were there? Is that a lot of them? Was that all of them?
no,
Oh.
but most of the ones I knew.
They'll be okay. They can fly. I saw them.
Yeah.
They flew right in, and then they flew right out.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, should we go? Do we need to do any sort of preparations before we head to the palace? Thoughts, Wes? You probably know the palace better than any of us. You, I would assume, do some sort of training on the grounds, or have been through there as part of your training, or something. Do you have an in for us, or?
I've only been there a few times. Most of the training happens on the yards outside of the palace. And new paladins go in for their initiation ceremony, but I am afraid I don't really know like any secret entrances or anything like that.
Well, that's too bad. And Dr. Thomas, is there any wisdom you could give us here, or any sort of? Does the Queen know you? Does she like you?
I could get us a audience just because of the esteem in my name, but let me give you a warning. Do not in any way offend the Queen. The Emperor might have been a bit, chivalrous and helpful, and he kind of nods at the Emperor, who nods back. But the Queen, on the other hand, she can be a bit difficult, sensitive.
Right. I mean, it'd be great if we could just bypass the Queen altogether and just go see Anna, because
that's another thing. Don't mention Anna.
Why?
Because most people aren't supposed to know she exists.
But you do.
Well, of course, because I was the guest of the queen multiple times.
Okay. So
But-
she's not supposed to exist. So
But you're not supposed to know she exists.
Right. So that's a problem.
So, how do we actually get to see Anna then?
I guess one step at a time. Perhaps get the key first.
So you see, the thing is, I wanted to use Anna to get the key so that we wouldn't have to deal with the queen directly.
Well,
What if we move
I'm.
very, very quietly?
Right.
How did you learn of Anna from your time with the Queen? Did you meet her?
The queen holds a banquet once a year that she invites many esteemed guests to, either high up in government or high up in the Wizards Enclave. Me being in the Wizards Enclave. Of course, not much of a wizard myself, but more of a researcher within the tower. And Anna will be at those banquets, and people in that circle know, but they also know not to make it public. They want to protect the air as much as possible.
Mm.
If the queen finds out you know and you're not supposed to know, the problem will shift from the key to how you know that her daughter exists. And if I know her at all, that's where it's going to end. She's extremely protective of her daughter to a unhealthy level.
So, but you can get us in the palace. So theoretically, humans, it might actually work if we get into the palace, and then we're very quiet, right, Eamon?
Yeah, very quiet.
Very quiet, and then we move throughout the palace and find Anna that way. Perhaps that would still work.
Sure, but if you get caught, you'll be arrested.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, but we do have the treaty, the armistice from Emperor Knight, so perhaps that would be a bargaining chip to get. I mean, we could just claim we got lost.
Sure. You could try.
Yep. We can try. We can try. We can
What's
try.
the worst that can happen?
Death. Falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
A lot of
Those are
things,
both
really.
pretty bad.
Yeah, but
Hmm?
bright side. The bright side is we have 2 days, and we have the Emperor is safe,
Yeah.
and we're safe.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
The
I started
lights flicker
practicing
in
the
the house.
breathing techniques that Human taught me.
The lights suddenly just flicker in the house.
You're doing it.
Oh no. Guys, go hide real quick, please.
Okay. Well,
Even
am I?
me?
No, just no questions. Human with me and closet.
Oh. All right.
Hiding. Going to hide now. Bye.
Bye. Boom, 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 boom. Then he goes to hide too.
Where does human hide?
He hides. I don't know.
Just run upstairs.
yeah,
Run
he-
upstairs into my room. It doesn't matter.
I think he just reaches up and pulls himself through the hole into Wesley's room.
Why is
That
everyone
works.
hiding?
Yeah, that's where he's hiding. He's hiding under the bed. But, like, he sticks out because the bed's only so long, but, like, his feet stick out. Yeah, that's where he is.
So why is everyone hiding?
Why? We were told to hide.
You said the lights flickered.
Yeah, like the power is going in and out. Like a bzz,
Oh,
like
I
a
thought that
flicker.
might be my parents coming home.
No, not like someone like hitting the switch on or something like that, but like the power is like because all the lights are magical. Remember, they have the magic lamp.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Magical lights.
I quickly run and stick my head out the door and like do a quick look in both directions and see if there's anyone there.
You're clear for the moment.
Okay, false alarm, guys. Sorry.
Oh. Okay, so we're back to planning. About going
Okay.
in real quiet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, we're still pretty well stocked up from our foray back from the underside of the island and our little rest stop with Father Giles. So, I mean, we should be good to go, unless we need to sleep. I mean, I don't sleep. So, how are people feeling with that? What time is
okay.
it?
It's the middle of the day right now.
Okay.
I mean,
Frazzled.
magic's getting weak, and I can't really use much more of it right now. I could maybe use a rest, but I think we could be okay.
I'm fine too.
Take a rest though or
I don't know if I want to take the time. We're running on a tight schedule. No, let's just go. It'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah. I look at Tizla. Tizla's doing great.
Great.
Arrows, like, all right, cool. Yeah. So, Dr. Thomas, I almost said lead the way, but perhaps I will lead the way, and you will come with us, and we will pursue an audience with the Queen.
Yeah, I would say it's wise for the one of eyes to lead the way.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a joke.
Oh, because you don't have any eyes. I get it.
No, I have eyes. They just don't work.
Oh, no, I don't get it anymore.
I mean, I am blindfolded, though.
Both have eyes. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't get it.
All right, you'll head to the palace?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Palace of the Kingdom of Magic is probably the most beautiful structure on the entire island, rivaled only by the Wizard's Tower that floats, in the air and has all the kind of vines and stuff that circle it. The palace is a massive golden structure with all these like beautiful gardens in the front of it. It has a tall fence that is also painted gold that runs along the front with a big metal gate that leads in to where there's a tall flight of stairs and then massive pillars that lead into like an ornate hall. And then it's just one big crazy hall after the other with libraries and the most priceless of furnitures and things. It's just the ultimate in architecture when it comes to crafting structures with magic. There's archways and things that should not be physically possible but are because of magic and things of that nature. So to make a long story short, like we did before, you guys are able to reach or are able to gain an audience through the word of Dr. Thomas returning. This time you are not brought to a waiting room. You are actually being brought directly to the audience hall where the Queen is. Now, are you going to try to slip away on the way?
Because I was really hoping for that, kind of interim period where we would have a chance to slip away unnoticed.
Do you make that known?
Out loud?
Well, I mean, like somewhere along the way, right? We had to walk through the city.
Yeah.
Do you make it known that that's your plan?
Yeah.
Because human would have told you, oh, I can do that. I'm really, really sneaky.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If I try really hard, no one can even see me.
Okay. Oh, yes. So can you make us sneaky? Or what's your...
I can make you really, really quiet, but people might still see you.
Okay. Yeah, I think we would have to try to slip away.
Sometimes I can pretend to be someone else too.
Okay, are both y'all gonna try to slip away, or just one of you?
Like we're kind of talking about this like pre-post plan situation.
Yeah.
Wes, would you want to see the Queen by yourself? Oh man, we got Dr. Thomas here.
I've got Dr. Thomas. I mean, I could.
Tizzle's got a cold. You can't thought.
I mean, there's a lot of dust after that explosion. It really aggravates the sinuses.
She got punched in the throat in that one fight and it kind of swelled up. She's not talking too good right now. Yeah.
Well, Dr. Thomas went underground, and Tizla's from underground, so she's a representative with Dr. Thomas of the underground nation of dwarves.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would make sense for her to go with Wes, because he's a paladin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I am royalty. That's her voice. That's what she sounds like.
That's exactly what she sounds like. That's what I hear every time.
Yep.
Yep, exactly what she sounds like. I mean, I thought she was here for a minute.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that makes sense, and you have the treaty, or whoever, if I had it, then I give it to Wes, and I'm like, and that could be useful potentially to pull out at a later date if things aren't looking great for you, and then Human and I can try to find Anna. Are we really splitting up the party? Is that really an option here?
You two should take this feather, and then if anything goes wrong,
It's not there.
I'm sorry, we have another feather?
No, Human pulled your feather out of his bag. It's you like reach over and you literally have like a duck feather in your pocket.
Turns out the bag doesn't make a new item. It just gives you the item you were looking for.
But it made it golden.
It did.
Well, there goes that plan.
Yeah. Don't get in trouble.
I guess it's a good thing that you used it to come to the Kingdom of Magic. Otherwise,
Yeah.
that would have been real bad.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, so
Well, that was the whole plan, right?
yeah.
Perfect.
I
Okay,
think Human
well.
and I will be fine. Yeah. And in the meantime, you can be working the queen angle, and we can be Human and I be pursuing Anna. And yes,
Yeah, and you will know where we are if anything goes wrong, and you can run to us. Actually, well, now I'm sure if anything goes wrong, the queen will know anyway. So yeah, you can run to us.
yeah. No, it'll be fine. I mean, nothing will go wrong.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Right.
I agree.
You guys
Lovely.
are real good at sneaking, probably.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, so speaking of being good at sneaking, as y'all are being escorted through the halls, y'all kind of find a decent spot to try to slip away. So I need a stealth check from Alethea, and then Human, whatever you're doing, I need.
Human is so before you roll that terrible roll you just did, Human leans down and says, "Okay, Alethea, now you get up on your tippy toes and you just go it's very
I'm ready to like melt into the shadows, and you're just like, wait,
you go
before you.
very quietly," and he casts Pass Without Trace.
There you go.
Okay.
So your
sit
seven is now a 17.
That's a whole lot better.
And my 22 is a 32.
And that's a natural 20.
So he
also,
goes,
so-
and then you just go like this, and he starts to walk away from you, and you just lose sight of him. I'm over here, and you just see like
So-
an arm come out of a shadow. Come on.
And like when you can see him, like when he walked, it's almost like his feet are floating above the ground because he don't make a single sound.
This is very odd seeing a creature of this size make no noise. It's very disconcerting to me, but I go along with it. This is Human's plan.
It'll be
We're
okay.
Okay,
on my tippy toes.
so as you reach these large
For the
double doors,
record, that couldn't have worked better.
no, that was
Nat
great.
20 on that.
Wait, don't use the 7. That's perfect. Good job. The rogue gets a 7. Nope, 17. I have a net. Great. That's how D&D works.
Yep.
Good game. What a great game. Yep. All right. So, Wes, you are escorted along with Dr. Thomas to these large double doors, which the soldier kind of pushes open and says, "Enter and present yourself to the queen." And then, wait, weren't there more of you?
No. I should not say anything. I'm very bad at lying. I'm gonna let Tisla lie.
Okay, Tizla can lie.
Talking
They went to the bathroom. I don't know.
That was the lie I was going to say too, except worse.
It's so weird. Okay, how'd Tizla roll a persuasion? Oh no, deception. Sorry, deception.
Deception.
Deception's a thing.
Oh, dang, her deception is actually worse than mine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you roll it then. So so say you're a really bad version of
yeah, they just they had to go to the bathroom. They turned around. Can I have advantage because Tizla is also helping?
He kind of like he says, "If you say so." And he lets you in anyway, and he kind of walks away, but looks maybe a little bit like thoughtful, like, could have sworn.
Okay.
So that may or may not matter later.
Am I in front of the queen?
So you are now in a large audience chamber. It is way overly dramatically large to the point where, just like in cartoons or something, it's like you have to walk like 120 feet down this long carpet to get to where you see a couple steps and then a large golden throne on which sits a woman who appears to be probably somewhere in like her 40s is the way she appears, a human, who is in a long flowing blue dress and has a crown on her head, and you recognize this to be the queen.
I kneel before her, sword pointed down on the ground in front of me, and say, "My queen."
Paladin and Dr. Thomas, so good to see you again. And dwarf, to what do I owe the pleasure?
I stand and I say, "My queen, we come bearing news. As you know, the island on which we all live that the goddess has blessed us with is running low on magic."
Running low on magic? I know nothing of the sort. That is preposterous to even imply such a thing, Paladin.
Right, of course. No such thing is happening. However, the Iron Nation seems convinced that is the case.
Oh, yes, those heathens.
Right. I have come from a mission to the... I returned seeking with a message of diplomacy, of peace.
I don't recall ever sending out such an envoy.
No, it was not the intention of the envoy, but it was the result. We found information that will both save the lives of our own paladins and citizens, and preserve the power of the goddess for everyone.
And what would that solution be, Paladin?
A ceasefire with the Iron Nation. It's only temporary for right now. At this point, I'm going to sort of start rambling on about the presence of paladins and the honor and the lives that we have lost so far and the lives that we want to preserve. And I'm just going to try and stall.
Yeah. She just kind of starts laughing like in the middle of all of that and says, "Oh, enough of all that rubbish. And a ceasefire really isn't necessary. As we speak, I have a task force of paladins making sure that the Iron Nation is put down for good."
I regret to report that, ma'am, Captain Varys is dead.
Oh, you cannot possibly know that. The assault would be occurring today. Right now, at this very moment, as you stand in my chambers. Now, how could you possibly know such a thing and then be on this side of the island?
A gift from the goddess of swift retreat and safety
Oh, I see. A gift from the goddess. Well, when you put it that way, let me just be clear. So, you want me to sign a peace treaty with a nation that has been flying bombers near some of our outskirted villages and towns, threatening our nation, and then you propose for us to do this under the idea that you somehow know about an event that is occurring as we speak on the far side of the island. Do I have that straight?
I know that it sounds fantastic, and I know that I alone am just a lowly paladin who has barely been able to leave home on this quest, and I know that it is entirely hard to believe, as I am struggling to believe it myself, that the goddess would grant me such power, that I would be spared from this, and that I would be chosen to deliver this message. It is entirely more than I thought I was capable of, more than anyone thought I was capable of, but I assure you, my queen, it's true.
You make a good speech, Paladin. And you do seem to have your heart in the right place, to have faith in the goddess and her teachings and her ways. Perhaps it is true. Perhaps you are one chosen by the goddess for some sort of greatness. And there is a special place for those sort of paladins that have been chosen by the goddess for such quests.
I look back at like Tisla and Dr. Thomas, like kind of excitedly for a second. And I say, yes.
Out on the front steps of all the other beggars. Now, unless you have something else you wish to waste my time with, I suggest you leave my audience chamber at once before I have you thrown in the dungeons.
I pull out the other half of the key.
Oh shit, okay. Our eyes get this really wide. And where did you get that?
The Emperor. The Iron Nation. He gives his regards, and this as a message of good faith that he is intending to do us no harm.
Curious. But surely that is not the real key. It must be a fake. The Emperor would never surrender his.
The Emperor is a heathen, yes, but the Iron Nation is one of logic. He can be appealed to with reason. He saw no reason why our people should be fighting senselessly and causing more death.
I have a very important question for Wes. Did you pull out the real one or the fake one?
I think I actually only have the fake one.
Okay. That's true, because Alethea has the real one.
Correct.
Okay. So he says, could I perhaps see that for myself?
Of course, my queen. I hope that you would consider it closely and consider the implications of the Emperor presenting this to us. Because it is no small gesture, from what I know, to give this amulet, this ancient trinket. I'm going to continue stalling as long as I can.
Hand it over, hand it over.
And I steadily walk forward.
She actually takes a couple steps forward off of her throne and snatches it from you, kind of eagerly, like she's been looking for this for a long time.
Okay.
And she kind of holds it up with a grin and says, I've been looking for this for a long time. And she kind of reaches around her neck and she pulls out one that would be the other half of this. And she takes it and she kind of starts clicking the two halves together. And they click together and form like a whole piece. And she kind of stares at it for a couple moments. And her face just gets very red. She rips off the other half and throws it back. And she says, "A fake. I thought so."
No, but it's not fake. The Emperor wore it around his neck.
You take it, and you take your fake treaty and your false news that you have brought me, and you leave this palace at once, or I'll have you dragged out in cuffs.
I've spoken with the old master. He told me to come here. He told me that you would be able to...
Did I stutter, Paladin? That was an order.
I kneel before her. I'm sorry, my queen. I did not mean to offend. I would never. I simply wish to defend our kingdom and to defend you and serve you and the goddess in all of her power.
She calls out, "Guards!" And you see some soldiers dressed like paladins, but a little bit more royal. They have gold on their plating as well. And just escort this fool out of here and make sure to throw him violently onto the steps. And the paladins come over and begin like grabbing you and trying to drag you out the room. Unless you would like to resist or something.
As they're starting to like grab me and they're coming towards me, I'm just going to start shouting out a bunch of truths at her.
Oh no.
I'm just going to reveal everything. I'm just going to be like, we know about Anna. We're trying to save the island. We're trying to save everyone.
So, paladins, one moment.
Okay.
Make it the dungeon instead.
No!
And then they start dragging you out the room.
My queen! No! I swear I only seek to serve the goddess! I swear it!
Let it be mentioned that Isla joins in like the best possible way, just bad mouthing the queen. Like, you're not fit to rule. You're not a real ruler. You're a hack.
All that stuff.
Yeah,
we might
this
get
boy's one of your most loyal servants. All he ever does is talk good about the goddess. You tell me he's not good enough for you?
What kind of Kiwi accent are you?
I don't know.
Remind me next week. We can get her to do a rant for it because that'd be fun. we can't deny the audience that.
I don't have the power to do like a Cockney British accent. I can only do like Australian and Kiwi.
I can't even get close.
And I can't even do those. Well, because I'm trying to do a Cockney accent, it doesn't even sound like those.
Yeah, and I think we get, just like you see in like cartoons and movies and stuff again, like he gets like dragged out and the big doors like slam shut and you hear him like still yelling, getting dragged down the hallway.
Do Tisla and Dr. Thomas get dragged?
No, they're left. Well, yeah, Tisla would as well after she starts ranting, which she inevitably would. So she gets taken with you, and Dr. Thomas is just like, I have no idea who these people were. And he just like quickly leaves. Yeah.
All right. What's been going on with the other folks this whole time?
Let's talk about that. So you guys, meanwhile, as Wes went on to have his eventually really terrible audience with the Queen, you guys are kind of going, kind of enter like these hallways and stuff, kind of moving more into the private chambers of the palace. So there are like a couple doors around you and things of that nature. So y'all are looking for Anna, right?
Yeah. We're looking for, a daughter and, kids' rooms. They'd have particular maybe signs on the doors, like unicorns and flowers. I don't know.
Yeah, totally. There's a big door with a unicorn on it, and it says Anna in big letters on like a crayon drawing.
Perfect. Really. That's exactly what I was looking for.
Not really. But as you begin going down these hallways and being really sneaky with your really good stealth checks, you begin to hear piano music playing somewhere ahead as someone is playing like a very beautiful, very classical piano kind of song. And it is coming from a set of kind of smaller, not like the big dramatic, like a smaller set of double doors at the end of the hallway.
Man, too bad Wes isn't here because he'd probably really enjoy this. I guess we peek into the door.
You think she's in there?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, she struck me as youngish, and I don't know. Does this sound like a younger pianist playing? I don't know if I would know that. Like, I'm not a music connoisseur or whatever, audiophile, whatever you call them.
No, you would know this. This sounds like a master playing. Someone who has played a long time and who has perfected the art.
Okay, so like likely a child, likely not a child, but there's noise coming from that door, so I'm willing to check that door first.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of crack this door open and you see a large kind of conservatory. There were musical instruments on stands, all kinds of like violins, cellos. You have like a big, bass as well. You have like horned instruments, and then you even have, of course, a very large kind of grand piano that's kind of set off to one side of the room. And it's kind of beautiful room and has a marble floor and these massive windows that kind of circle this tower-shaped room that look out into the sky beyond the island. And sitting at this piano, you do in fact see the form of a very familiar little girl who is playing this piano as though she has played this song 1,000 times.
Yeah, it's her.
Yeah, so I get human into the room so that we're no longer outside the room. We're inside the room.
Okay.
Close the door. I don't know. We don't want to sneak up on her and scare her. She's a child after all.
Is anyone else around?
Do you close the door normally, or do you kind of like silently pull the handle and close it like softly?
Obviously, I did the stealth close. Like, come on.
Okay. Yeah, she would not have noticed you then.
Yeah, but I don't want to scare her. Obviously, we're her friends and we need her help. So, maybe edge around to her peripheral vision, like around the side of the room, assuming no one's in here.
There is no one else in here.
So we do that, I guess. And I don't know, how does Human's magic work? How do we make ourselves known without scaring her? Human.
Oh, you can just do that.
I can just do, okay.
Yeah. You can choose not to pass.
I want to let Human lead on this one because I'm sure he's very excited to see his friend.
Yeah. For
the first time in real life.
So it's like, that one scene from Ace Ventura with the door? It's just very So it's that. So you close the door quietly and Human looks around and he goes, yeah, okay. Hi! And you just hear this rush of noise happen as he drops the Pass Without Trace spell. Hey,
yeah, and it probably echoes
Anna,
around the room.
Anna, it's me! You remember from that dream? I was there.
Yeah, no, she stops playing immediately and she kind of turns and looks at you and says, Human!
Hey!
And she comes running over and just does a big jump hug on
you. He picks her up. Hey, I found you. This is my friend Alethea.
Oh, I remember Sister Alethea.
We made it. And our friend Wes and Miss Tisla, they're talking to your mom.
Oh, that's probably not a good idea, but okay.
That's what I said, but they're all clangy and rocky, so they can't be quiet like us.
I'm so glad you guys finally found me.
Me too. I've been looking for you for weeks.
Me too. I've been waiting.
Waiting? No, I've been looking for you for weeks.
No, she's been waiting. She's been waiting for us.
Yeah, for weeks.
I was curious, why Have you been waiting? I mean, are you not allowed to leave? I don't know. It just seems that it's weird that we're seeing you now.
Right. Well, you actually probably got lucky. So look, I can only tell you a little bit right now. Here's what we need to do tonight. There is a alleyway across from the entrance to the Wizard's Tower, between the inn and the blacksmith shop.
Mm-hmm.
Meet me in that alleyway tonight. I have a way. I've been planning. I can sneak out. I'll meet you there, and I'll tell you everything.
Oh, wait.
But
in case our friend Wesley's not good at anything, can you get your mom's necklace? The shiny one? Do you have the other one? Can you show me?
Yeah, you're talking about the key.
Yeah.
I
was talking
maybe. There's some. I have information on that too. I'll tell you everything I know tonight. But right now, we don't have a lot of time because they come to check on me every 30 minutes. The guards rotate. They're always around. They're always checking. They'll probably be here in about 5 to 10 minutes. So we got to be quick. But I remember the dream. I know everything about the keys. I have an idea how we could get in and steal my mom's key.
Oh,
So just in case there's a piece of information that you might have been lacking, you should know that we have 36 hours, 48 hours. Where are we at? 48 for 36 hours-ish,
Okay.
roughly?
I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah, so I don't know what your plan entails for snatching this relic from your mother, but just how's that time frame working?
We're gonna
for
steal
you?
it tonight. Meet me in the alleyway. I'll tell you the full plan, and then we can go steal it.
Oh,
Bit of a heist.
yes. A heist. I mean, I'm a rogue. Yes. Okay. So, yes. It was very nice seeing. Is there anything we can do for you? Or I'm concerned about you a little bit, being stuck here this whole time by yourself.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be okay. I have my magic.
Jack, what time of day is it?
It is probably around 2 or 3 in the afternoon at the moment.
Damn. Princesses take naps all the time, right?
Yeah, totally. Whatever they want.
I
You're a
mean,
princess.
if you want to ask one, I'm
Yeah.
right here.
Kenny, you
Hashtag
take
not a
naps?
princess. You can't just be a princess when you want to.
No, she's a princess in real life. He looks down, excited, and goes, what if I pretend to be you?
Huh?
Huh?
I don't think that's necessary. I have a way of flying out of here. Kind of literally.
I was gonna say, if I pretend to be you, you could just leave now.
Now is not good. That gives them too much time to find us.
Oh.
I'm gonna sneak out not long before we meet. So let's shoot for meeting around 10 tonight.
Do you know where your mom keeps her key?
Around her neck.
Oh.
So that's the real one around her neck?
Yes.
Okay.
Who would wear a fake one?
The Emperor.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a way of sneaking out of here, which would bypass your guards. Could we use that?
Can you fly?
No.
No.
Yeah, no. But if you wait about 130 seconds and then you go out the same way you got here, you should dodge all the guards.
Human, is that okay? Do you think we can wrap this up here in about 30 seconds?
I guess so.
That'd be good because those guards will be here in about a minute and a half to check on me.
Okay. I guess. What if you have a new cat friend and it's me? No? Alright. We'll go.
We're literally in a palace of magic. Not the best idea.
Fine.
So I wait 30 seconds, take Human with me.
You grab him by the hand. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
fine.
We'll see her again soon.
I know.
See you tonight.
Okay, bye. And he just starts to clomp out of the out of the room.
Yeah. But I'm not worried about it because I trust her. I trust her. So I assume the information she gave us is good. She's lived here a long time.
It is perfectly good. In fact, as you pass one of the hallways, you see the cape of the last guard go by and all. She has memorized all of the guards' rounds and everything.
I'm impressed.
No,
Okay,
nailed it.
so that's great. So we get back to like the main thoroughway of the palace, and we're leaving because I would assume that things went well with the queen. They either got the necklace or they didn't, and they'd be waiting for us outside because we were warned not to offend the queen or mention Anna. So I go outside.
Yeah, and you see Dr. Thomas kind of waiting, like kind of tapping his foot on the steps.
By himself.
Well,
Yep.
your friends got themselves arrested.
Oh, man. That's the one thing I told him not to do.
Apparently, his idea of stalling is to insult her in every way possible and start saying everything I told him not to say.
No. That's what you told him not to do.
I'm just impressed she didn't cut his head off, to be honest.
Oh.
Of course, who knows, maybe he'll be scheduled for execution next week.
No.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, sometimes they, send you to jail first and then have a court later.
Okay, so that's not going to fly because we have a date for tonight, and we found Anna, and we need to get them out so that we can execute her plan because I doubt this was part of her plan. You
All right.
wouldn't happen to know of a way to...
I do.
Oh, you do?
Well,
Yay.
I have a couple ideas. I'll tell you what. You work on getting the key, and I will work with Mortimer on getting Wes and Tisla out of jail. I feel like that little kobold is resourceful.
Oh, wait, I have an idea. Do you know where the queen sleeps?
Behind you in the palace you just walked out of.
I'm gonna bop you on the head with my stick. Where's her bedroom?
On the 3rd floor,
Uh-huh.
past the spiraling staircase, the guard station.
Is there a window?
Magically protected windows, but they are windows. If you could dispel the magic, you could shatter the glass.
Oh. Okay. I can't. What if I
There
just
are ways
open
of
the
doing
window?
that, but I don't know if we have time to prepare for that.
What if I just open the window?
Well, you'd have to dispel the magic first.
Oh. Well,
You're talking about the most magically protected structure in the world.
yeah.
You mean what? I'm not sure where you're getting at with this. But Anna, remember Anna? She has
Yeah.
a plan.
But the
And-
plan didn't say she could get the key. What if I be a spider and get the key?
That could be part of her plan.
It isn't. Because I'm over here. And she's in there. And she's leaving.
Oh, so you found the princess.
I mean, she's
We did.
leaving.
Yes. We're supposed to meet her. I make sure nobody's around to just hear us
Right.
talking
Yeah, y'all
about
are talking privately. Like, y'all probably slipped off to, like, the sides of my...
friendship huddle. And
Famous.
yeah, and so we're huddled up, and I'm just like, we need to meet her at 10 o'clock tonight between the wizard tower and in the alleyway between the I couldn't she was kind of mumbling. I couldn't really hear her. I think it was blacksmith's and the wizard's tower.
Yeah.
The alleyway. I'm sure we'll find it. And we need to have Wes and Tisla with us. I'm pretty sure. So if you want to work with Mortimer to do some sort of jailbreak, that would be fine. I just feel like it would be better if we were all together to meet Anna, like a reunion sort of situation.
Well, you're only giving me 6 hours to do it, so no promises it'll be done right away, but I'll do the best I can.
Can you promise to do the best you can?
I promise to do the best I can.
See? Promise is given. Huh. Tricked you.
I wasn't gonna not do the best I can.
Oh, well.
I'm a team player too.
And I mean, now you've been part of the friendship huddle, so you're kind of socially, contractually, like in that sense. It's a
This
thing.
all feels kind of empty, like we're missing something.
I'm sorry, you feel like what is missing?
I feel like, this friendship huddle's missing something.
Friendship? People?
People.
Yeah, it's missing
yeah.
our friends.
Missing Mortimer.
that-
Yeah.
Because
Oh, and Wes and Tisla.
yeah, it's
It's missing
Definitely.
Mortimer interrupting.
Yeah, I don't miss that, but it's true that it would be better if Tisla and I guess Wes were here.
And I guess Wes.
He's still freaking out with the laying on of hands thing, so I'm still like, it's like I'm getting okay with Tisla and Human and Wes, but Wes touches people, and that seems uncouth.
Okay, so what's the plan, gang?
To save our friends.
Oh, you want to go to the alleyway at 10?
10 p.m. Meet us there, I guess. And if you need anything from us to execute your plan, I mean, we're here and we can help.
I will let you know.
Okay, yeah, it's great.
Are Tisla and I kept in the same cell?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to you.
We'll get to you, young jailbird.
Yeah, mister, I'm going to do everything in my power to get thrown in prison.
Oh, wait. Before we leave, I have one more idea.
Oh, no.
What if I look like Wes? Because he's my best friend and I know everything that he looks like. And then I say, you didn't arrest me. And then they arrest me and throw me in with the real Wes. And they're like, what's happening? You can't have two people in here. You're both free. Or you follow us very, very quietly on your tippy toes. And then you break us out.
That's how jail works. Well, there's two of you, so I guess we got to let you both go.
Right? Because you know a lot about doors, and you can break the door and let us out.
It's a thought. But I need you as well, Human. So yeah. I don't want you to be in prison at all.
But if you rescue us from prison, I can teach Wesley how to be very quiet too, and maybe Tisla.
Oh, being quiet for Wes won't help since he has such a big mouth.
It's just regular size.
Yes. I mean, theoretically, if Dr. Thomas thought that was a good part of the plan, we could just go sneak in and then out with them. But I imagine it might be a little bit more involved than that. So perhaps we should let the professionals. You do know a lot about the palace. It's very strange, but I mean, it seems like you have a plan.
Well, I don't know all of it, but I have part of a plan, and I feel like our kobold buddy Mortimer can fill in the gaps.
Okay, yeah. I mean, and Mortimer is part of the friendship huddle, so he is trustworthy.
Ooh.
So we just hang out for like a long time?
Oh, I don't know what we should do in the meantime.
I only been to the library and Wesley's house. And his parents weren't super happy that I was there, and his other dad wasn't super happy I was at the library.
Oh, I forgot to leave a note at my house for my parents.
Oh, yeah, and there's like a hole in the freaking roof.
Oh, I meant to say I was going to leave a note.
Oh, no.
So I don't know where else to go.
You could spend the time between now and the heist going to explain things to Wes's parents.
No. They were already mad at me for being there.
I'm a little disappointed that Mortimer is taking care of the Emperor, because I think it would have been really hilarious for my parents to like get home, see a giant hole in the ceiling, and then like run upstairs to see what happened and just see the Emperor chilling on my bed.
He's playing Xbox.
His toenails or something.
He's playing some Xbox.
Yeah, some magical Xbox. Some Hexbox. Some Hexbox.
Some Xbox. One player, two player.
So there is a place that
we could go see your dad.
Okay, yeah, that was what I was gonna say.
Oh,
but
I'm sorry to beat you to it.
I mean, I don't even know if he's working at the tower anymore. Things not going so well for him last time I saw him, but we could go check on him.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I met Wesley's dad. Both of them.
Yep.
Alrighty, so yeah, you guys can head kind of towards the Wizard Tower and all that and kind of scope it out. You would actually find, if you recall, the last time y'all tried to go to the Wizard's Tower, it was closed to visitors for like the first time ever. Coming now, not only is it closed to visitors, but there's like a line of soldiers in front of the Wizard's Tower, not letting anyone even close to the bridge to get on here. It is very, very strange. You are able to find the alleyway where you're going to be meeting, however. It's kind of like a long, very dark and espionage-esque alleyway.
Very thematically heavy and appropriate.
Yeah, it's got all the graffiti and everything just to make it like super good.
So do we just tell them that your dad's in there, or that you're the heir to the goddess, or...
No, we
Okay.
don't
No.
tell people that because no one will believe you,
Yeah.
and they might just think you're crazy.
Okay.
Also, just remember what I said about like the personal facts, and sometimes you don't want to share all of the personal facts up front.
Yeah.
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 So let's not share that one
Okay.
for now, because I'm still kind of confused
Yeah.
on the whole situation.
You could ask your dad about it.
You know, it was one of the things I was considering while I was here, if we have an extra little bit of time, but I don't know that we're going to get into the Wizard's Tower because those guards don't look like they are letting anybody in. Nobody's getting let in.
No, they're not letting anybody in.
They're not letting anybody in.
You even see them turning away wizards.
They're turning away wizards?
Yeah, any like non-high ranking wizards, like lower ranks, are being turned away.
How many guards
Okay.
are there?
I'm going to say 12. That's a good number.
Okay.
6 on each side of the bridge.
I guess I could catch the arm or something. I wouldn't actually touch them. That would be rude. Catch the eye of one of the wizards, maybe that's been turned away, and inquire after my father.
Okay. Did you ever give a name for your dad?
Yeah. It's Basil.
Basil, okay. Yeah, so you kind of stop this wizard who's one of the students here in the tower and say, "Oh, Basil, yeah, he's still kicking. I had his class today, in fact, but apparently that's canceled."
Weird that he would cancel a class. Question: do you know, since nobody seems to be allowed in the Wizard's Tower, weird, where Dr. Basil would have set up shop, office, space?
Oh, he's probably in there. He's very high ranking in the Enclave now. He's actually second in command.
Excuse me? I guess I haven't been familiar with Dr. Basil's research in some time, but when I knew him, it wasn't in good graces with.
I mean, he gives hard tests, but he's not a jerk or anything. He was appointed by Archmage Caltheon to serve underneath him.
The Archmage. Okay, that's weird. I mean, great for him. He works so hard. So
you know him or something?
What?
Do you know him or something?
I knew him once, and so he's in there.
Mm-hmm. He's probably in the tower now. They're letting in the high ranking. There's no low ranking wizards.
I don't know him. Is he famous?
I mean, he's second highest ranking wizard in the city, so I guess.
Is he famous enough to have a picture of him? One time my friend Wesley showed me books with lots of pictures of people in them.
I mean, probably.
Do you have a picture of him?
I don't just carry a picture around of my professor.
Why not?
Why?
Do you know where I could find a picture of him?
Probably in the tower somewhere. There's probably a portrait.
Well, I can't get in there. That doesn't help me.
I mean, I don't know.
Oh.
So, human.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm like trying to free him from this social moment. Thank you so much for your help. That was very helpful. Have a good rest of your day, sir, madam, person, and.
I'm a dude.
Yes, obviously. And so I take human aside, and I am just like, so here is the plan. We are going to go up to the guards.
Yeah.
And we are going to ask to be let in to
Okay.
because I am delivering something
Yes.
to my father, Dr. Pebble, and we will be let in. And I happen that because when I snatched some like interesting, like the first most interesting piece of material out of that safe. So if they need to see what I'm delivering, that's what I'm delivering.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but it's interesting, and I wanted to grab the most interesting looking thing.
It is a piece of metal, or some might say a rock. You have a geologist with you, if you wanted to ask.
I don't know if Dr. Collins still was. I think he went off to go check with Mortimer about the breaking you out of jail thing.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just in jail taking a long rest.
Yeah. You're taking a very long rest.
Yeah.
I have an idea
Absolutely.
that might help. Is that okay?
I'm sorry, what?
I have an idea that might help, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me hear your
Okay, I need you to be very careful and tell me exactly what your dad looks like.
I see where you're going with this because I've heard him tell me that he can like turn into people. So it's a very interesting thing. Are these elves like guarding like of the race elf or yeah?
Yeah, they're very similar to, like standard D&D elves. They're very long lives and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, cool. So they can't be charmed, so that's a problem.
No, it's not.
Charming is charming then. He can still turn into looking like one.
Right. So that's, if I'm understanding Human and where he's going with this, you want to impersonate and lie about who you are to these guards.
No.
To gain access to the tower.
I wouldn't lie to them. I just want to say that I want to get in there, which is the truth.
Okay, that's, Human, you are a sweet boy.
I know.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
I describe my father to Human in excruciating detail because I want to give him as much, but the caveat being the excruciating detail that I remember is
kind of old,
15 years old, 20 years old.
I'm gonna need some kind of check from Human to see like guessing and things like that, like how close he can actually get to the real thing.
Okay. What kind of check?
Good question. I would say since wisdom is your spell mod, maybe just do like a straight wisdom roll.
Okay.
He's
19.
pretty close. It's not perfect.
So you finished telling Human what your dad looks like. He's okay. Now close your eyes because I've never had anyone watch me do this before, so I don't know what's happening. Okay, close. You can close them. Okay.
Oh, where are y'all doing all this? Because I'm assuming you're not.
I assume like in a shadowy spot.
We're in the alleyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not doing this right in front of the guards. It's not. Right.
Yeah. It'd be like in the alleyway somewhere away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Poof. Okay, look at me. I'm your dad.
He looks very close. You can tell a couple differences that aren't like a couple inaccuracies aren't quite right, but someone who doesn't know him very well would probably fall for it.
Still very close.
Yeah, it looks a lot like if someone were to use makeup and disguise stuff to try and look like somebody. You'll never get it 100% bone structure and all, but it's pretty close.
No, it still got to me a little bit. I opened my eyes. I'm like, there's my dad that I remember him.
And then you hear, I'm your dad.
And then
shattered.
I'm okay, out of it.
Shattered.
Woo! Illusion gone. All right, I'm fine now. Wow, Human, that is quite close. In order to maybe help the situation, I kind of draw the cloak up over his head a little bit, to maybe disguise a little bit of the imperfections, just in an attempt to help.
I love furbolgs. That's just a thing I can do I just turn into. other
Yeah,
people.
that's weird.
Yeah,
That's
verbal magic. I can just randomly detect magic, and I disguise myself.
Yeah. I like Kenkus because they can talk like people. That's
Yeah.
fun.
That's
I really
pretty
want to play one of those someday. But anyways,
Mhm.
off topic. So
good. Okay.
hood up around. All right, human. Like, remember, just maybe let me do the talking.
Okay.
Yeah, because he still sounds like human.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's basically one kind of main like captain of the guard who's over by the bridge who y'all can
Yeah.
approach.
So we walk. I like march up to him, with purpose and like no air of like trouble or worry. I'm just like, I'm here on unusual business. I'm like, I'm here to escort Dr. Basil into his chambers and help him with his lectures.
Well, we can let him in, but we can't be letting you in. Now, we could have one of our men escort him up the rest of the way, but you're going to have to come back another day, ma'am.
The problem is I am helping him transport some very volatile materials, and it would be better that, since this is my area expertise, that I take that instead of endangering one of your guard with these materials. Like I said, I'm here to assist Dr. Basil. So,
Roll me deception.
yeah, okay. Deception. I'm like, I don't even know where this is.
It's up
Is it
there.
alpha?
Oh, there it is.
Or-
Oh, it's charisma, of course.
There you go. 14. Not too bad. Like, I understand, but we also have orders. We're not supposed to be letting anyone into the wizard tower who's not authorized.
And I understand that, and I show him my arm. But I'm like, this is the consequence of mishandling my arm. That is obviously not an arm. That's obviously a prosthetic. Like, this is the consequence of mishandling these materials. And
All right, I'll make you a deal.
Okay.
I'll let you in. I'll let you go up and deliver the product, but then you have to come right back out, and I'm going to send one of my men with you to escort you.
Absolutely. I think that would be fine. We'll make that work.
Okay.
He's going to want to follow a little ways behind for his safety, just in case.
He's going to be
I mean,
right there with
obviously
you.
not out of eyesight, but just a couple feet back. This is in
All
case
right,
I need
then.
to talk with human.
But Gregor, go. And you see one of like the men kind of like nod his head, and then he starts kind of following you. And they step to the side and clear the way to the wizard tower.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we go to the Wizard's Tower with Gregor, following shortly behind. And what are the odds that? Okay, no. He's working under the Archmage, right? So I know where that would be.
You know where the Archmage's office would be. It's on the top level.
Right. So
of
like,
the tower.
while in my time, my father's
Mhm.
studies would have been farther down, closer to the. If he's working under the Archmage, in my mind, I know where that is, so he would be nearby. So I start heading up and just perceiving diligently my surroundings in order to ascertain the placards,
Right.
room numbers. I don't know.
Good catch. If you went to his original office, I was going to catch you on that.
No. He wouldn't be there anymore. I guess.
Yeah, so let's talk about the Wizard Tower. So this is a tall cylindrical structure, and if you recall from earlier in the campaign, it's actually floating kind of out in space over a hole in the island. And you have to cross like a rope bridge to get into it. When you enter, you're in kind of the main lower floors where they have some of the big libraries and things like that. And in the middle, there is a sort of magical elevator that warps you at fast speed up and down this kind of tube-like thing. And there are 7 floors on here. So if you're going towards the Archmage, you would know that that is on the 7th level of the tower. So you can kind of go over to this little elevator platform, and the guard kind of steps on with you, and you hit the little picture that has like a 7 on it, and in like a flash, things kind of like snap, and then you are now on the 7th level. And up here there are 3 offices. One belonging to the Archmage, and then one belonging to the second in command, like his right hand, and then another one belonging to his steward. When you get up here, you see the steward's office is normal like it used to be. You see the second in command's office, and you do see your father's name on a plaque next to it. And then you see the Archmage's office, and in front of this, you actually see several more guards posted in front of Archmage Calphion's quarters. But there are no guards posted in front of your father's quarters.
That's an awful lot of security these days. For the Archmage. I kind of say as an aside to Gregor to ascertain if he's got any, like, if he's willing to let slip any info.
He doesn't seem like it.
Casually.
He does not seem like it.
Nope. Okay.
He's better trained than that.
Sweet. Okay, so I take note of that extra measure of security, and I take Dr. Basil with me into his office.
Okay. You enter the office.
Being Gregor to sort of wait by the door outside.
Okay. Yeah, you enter into your father's office, and no one is there at the moment.
No one's in there.
Nope, it's empty. Yeah,
Okay.
just office.
Like humans not having a little freak out over like the fun elevator ride. I was a little concerned for a second that he was gonna like,
learning.
No, he's careful not to talk.
oh, good job, human. Good job. We have made it.
You see, he's been able to turn into other people his whole life. He kind of knows that he sounds like himself.
Liz is like, I want to ride on the fun elevator, but I'm in jail.
Oh. This is like real prison.
I'm a little disappointed that he's not here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, like, I kind of started, like, like talking myself up in my head, like, no, it's gonna be okay, and you're gonna see him, it's gonna be fine. But he's not here. He is probably in the Archmage's office. I don't know how important it is that I see him. I don't know how much time we have. So I want to look for anything on his desk in his workspace that would be immediately relevant to our situation with Anna and the Queen.
You don't really see much. If anything, the strange thing is there's not a lot on his desk. You're used to his desk being piles and piles of papers, and it's just like a couple of little things, like some tests he was grading and things like that. But it seems like there's not a lot in here.
Yeah, that is odd. Okay,
Research
so
has been slow.
I'm sorry, what?
It's like research has been slow.
Research, but he's How much time do I think I have? Like, this guard, when's he gonna start knocking on the door to get my butt out of here?
Probably within like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, so I would assume that the office of the Archmage and his second in command, because they're not plebes, they're not gonna have to go out into a common area to access each other's workspace. They probably have like a shared door.
Yeah, there could be a door between their offices.
So I would like to go and listen at it and see if I can hear any conversation coming in from the Archmage's chambers.
Okay, make me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay, a 10. You hear a couple muffled words. Out of there, you hear something about something being transported soon. But that's it.
Oh, irony, because that's how I got in here. Transported soon. Something's being transported soon. But it sounds like more than one muffled voice.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound like you actually know Archmage Calphion. He's been the Archmage for a very long time. It did not sound like his voice, nor did it sound like your father's voice. It sounded like some other voices speaking.
Some third voice of...
Third and fourth kind of talking in there, some. Mostly muffled. They're pretty soundproof.
Okay. I would like to leave a note. No. Oh. I'm trying to decide what I should do. So I like quietly, as an aside to Human, explain like, I hear other people talking about transporting stuff in the other room, but neither of them sound like my dad. Oh. So I think the best thing we can do is leave him a note that we were here and meet him at a different time.
What if you leave him a human?
I'm sorry, what?
What? Yeah, what if I just stayed?
You want me to leave you here?
Yeah. And then I just open the window, and then I climb out. Can I open
With
this
all
window?
that,
Is it a
there's
window?
a lot of security.
Can they open
And the
this window?
sky below you.
Yeah, and this is floating over a
Oh.
chasm.
Yeah,
So-
I forgot about that one.
Important detail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, man, unfortunately, what a bust. Like, not gonna have that
Yeah.
daddy-daughter moment today. I guess we're gonna leave a note, and I would leave a very cryptic note that he would know could only come from me, but nobody else would suspect it of like any, because like I don't want to get him in trouble.
But
Like
what
I
if-
don't.
But what if I'm invisible?
I have a question. Do you want to hide any messages like in code or something that he could find?
Yeah, like that would be the idea is like I would hide the message in such a way that only he would understand it, because it would be in some. It would be something only he would know.
And what are you telling him?
I am telling him that I'm
Hiding
back
your
in
friend
town.
human. Oh no, sorry. Go ahead.
that I'm back in town, and I would not tell him about tonight's little rendezvous with Anna, but as far as like how he could get a hold of me in the future, probably through Mortimer.
Okay. So you leave, like, if you need to find me, go to Mortimer.
Yeah, that would be what I would leave a small pouch of gunpowder, and that's how he would know.
Nice. Yeah, and about the time you finish this note, you hear some banging on the door. He goes, "Hey, what, you blow yourself up, or you good to go?"
Yeah, we are just finishing up in here. That's fine. So Human is still just looking like my dad,
Yep.
and
Yep.
that's great. So we are done with our business, and I think we should get out of here.
Do I-
One last listen at the door.
Okay, make it one more perception check.
Okay.
I think human leans over the top of her and listens in too.
Ooh, that's that's pretty good right there. Okay,
Human's gonna lean in and listen as well.
okay. What would you hear back there? You will hear that the queen herself will be coming to the wizard tower pretty soon for a visit.
He said pretty soon.
Is that so? Okay. That's all I hear. Is that
Mhm.
great? Not great. How soon? What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. As long as it's not tonight, right? Because we have plans for her for tonight. So
Yeah, but you have a super sneaky alleyway.
yeah.
Maybe that's part of the plan.
Maybe it's part of the plan. You know, that's a good point. I'm not going to second guess. I got to trust Anna. I have trust issues, but in this situation, she knows more than I do. So I
Trust Anna.
take me back downstairs. We're going downstairs.
Okay, yeah, leave it.
Oh yeah.
Leave it.
What if I stay as a spider on the ceiling?
Why do you want to stay here?
I don't know. It seemed like the fun thing.
But we have to meet Anna.
Yeah. All right. I was just gonna jump out.
Okay.
Okay.
I would be sad, Human, if you hurt yourself
Oh.
trying to exit this building unsafely.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thank you for helping us get in here.
Mhm.
Because without you, we wouldn't have been able to do it. So you did a very good job.
Now, why am I leaving?
Why are you leaving?
Yeah, because I look
Because-
like this guy.
Yeah. We delivered
You
the
did.
materials,
Mhm.
and now we are heading back out.
Okay.
To you, I guess you probably have to meet students
Sure.
or something.
Okay.
So
All right.
yeah. So we exit, and Gregor follows us, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's pretty uneventful. You're escorted back out of the tower and then sent out on your way. And with that, we will fast forward to tonight when it is time to meet Anna in the mysterious alleyway.
So we're sitting here and we're waiting, and we haven't had any word from Dr. Thomas Mortimer.
No. And
No.
it's about 9:45. You're supposed to meet in about 15 minutes, and y'all are already at the alleyway.
Yep. We are early.
So we had a long rest, right? I would say.
It'd be a short rest because long rest has to be at least 8 hours. Well, 4 for Alethea, so she could have a long rest. How long did Furbolg need?
It's still 8.
Yeah, so you'd have to have full 8. So you can have a short rest. Shall we?
Well, at 10 o'clock it'd be a long rest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are kind of chilling in this alleyway, waiting for Anna.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear the sound of movement behind you.
I would probably also, because like we can kind of see the Wizard's Tower or part of some thoroughway that's in front of the Wizard's Tower. I would just like in the interim, because I'm probably psychologically a little masochistic here, I'd probably like be looking for my dad, but
you wouldn't see really anyone else come in or out of the tower. A couple more wizards get turned away, but no one leaves or enters.
All right.
Yeah, and then like I said, you hear some movement like coming into the alleyway from behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And turning around, you are suddenly face to face with a line of armed guards.
Evening, gentlemen.
Hi.
And then from behind you, another line of armed guards comes around you, and they all lower pikes at you. And the captain in the front yells, "All right, drop your weapons. You're all under arrest."
I don't have any weapons.
And that's where we're ending this week.
You must have the wrong people, sir.
You're going to jail.
Son of a bitch.
You're going to jail.
All gonna die in jail.
You're all going to die in jail.
It's okay. I have a plan to get out.
Trust Anna. I have trust issues, but I'm going to trust Anna. Goes to rendezvous point, gets it.
No one ran an insight check on Anna, huh?
Nope.
Goes to
Yeah, where was your divine sense? Oh wait, you weren't with us.
Rip.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
But friendship, and we were told we had to find Anna, and
But we could have a friendship jailbreak.
We could have had a special
this could be part
jailbreak.
of this could be part of the plan. I'm not losing faith
We
in
still
Anna.
can.
This could be part of the plan.
I totally could have stayed in your dad's office.
You totally could have stayed in her dad's office. That would have been fun. That was fun because I totally didn't know you were going to do any of that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because the disguise self lasts for an hour, and then I can transform into a spider for like 3 hours. Or no, 2 hours. And I can become invisible for 1 hour. And I was totally going to cast jump on myself and then become a spider and then leap off the side of the building back onto land. Because I could
Flying
jump
spider.
3 times my jump distance.
Tell you, you don't want to meet my dad in spider form
Yeah.
because he would literally
Just
rip you apart.
descend down. Hey, I'm Alethea's friend.
Ooh, dissection.
You say that in Spider,
Spider.
to a man who definitely does not speak Spider.
Hey, I'm Alethea's friend.
Turns out her father's a drow, so it works out.
Yeah, right. Oh, man. So, guys, that was episode 9, The Fist of Iron. We definitely avoided that combat and definitely avoided all other combats for the day.
Yeah,
Still-
but all my friends still died.
Yeah, well, you know, at least you didn't kill them. At least you didn't kill them. You succeeded
didn't
by
save
not
them.
killing your friends.
I guess I saved Greg.
Yeah.
You
And
saved
the-
Greg, and also,
The captain, he ran out of the room, didn't he?
no, he got thrown out because he was still out of the door. But I think also it was Matthew Doyle and Greg got away.
Matthew.
Of course, the jerk got away.
Listen, who
Maybe that'll teach him a lesson.
who plans an assassination and then blows up the platform underneath the assassination? They deserve that.
That's true. It was very poor
That was
planning.
poor planning. So, guys, let's go around, get your thoughts on this game, and then let's get the hell out of here and rate a good friend of ours. So we'll start with Speedy. Speedy, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of this episode?
Hello. This was fun as always. I'm glad that I didn't have to murder my fellow paladins. That was actually a really fun and interesting combat to have, where just we were trying really hard to not hurt each other or to not hurt them while also, avoiding being hurt. And basically no damage was dealt the entire time, and which is pretty impressive for 3 or 4 rounds of combat. Also, I'm in jail now because Wes is very bad at lying.
Understatement.
You're also bad at truthing.
I'm also very bad at truthing.
Yeah.
I was saying,
And
like,
following
it wasn't a
directions.
matter of lying. It was a matter of just keeping your mouth shut.
Sometimes don't do this, don't do this, don't do this.
And you get all of them. You're like,
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at the point when I was already being dragged away, he was just so like indignant and just like everything. Like he really thought the queen would just believe him because the queen is supposed to be a good person, and she wasn't.
Yep.
And at that point, he just kind of lost it because he doesn't do well in stressful situations. Yeah. Sorry I got arrested. Sorry, Tizla, for getting you arrested also.
it's okay.
She
We're all
would've done it
arrested anyway.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's super fun. I can't wait for next week where we break out of jail. As for me, I am Speedy. You can find me online at Not So Speedruns on like Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. You can also find me with Cast Together. Cast Together is a community of Twitch streamers dedicated to ending the stigma around mental illness. Super supportive community. If you're interested in joining, whether to, participate in charity streams or just, be a part of a really supportive community, check out Cast Together on Twitter at Cast Together. And that's it. Yeah.
Sweet. Let's jump right over to Kenny. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what did you think of today's episode?
I'm Kenny Hill. You can find me at everywhere.com, Kenny Hill, whatever. And this episode was good. I did not think that we would get out of that combat without killing everybody, but we somehow managed to not kill anybody and also not get killed. And that it's just like, how do we keep doing this? And then we had a nice little adventure where I was gonna have like I'm with Human and now I'm gonna go find my dad, I guess. I don't know. This whole campaign is just, it's so much. There's so much emotions, and it's I love seeing all of the characters. Like that's the first time we've seen Wes like lose it at someone.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really important character development. So that was great. But I miss Tesla. So like I hope she feels better soon and that we can get her back with her accent.
That's true.
That's why things went so wrong. We were missing part of Super Best Friends Club.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am super. Actually, every time we mess up something, it's because someone's not here, or not because of, but it just happens to be that every time someone's not here. Like we got into so much shenanigans when you weren't here, and then you got drunk.
Yeah.
Like we blew up a store. Yeah, I'm super excited that I got to turn into someone else. I've been trying to do that the entire season, which has been great. But that was super fun. Let's hear from Jack. Jack, who are you? Where can we find you? And what did you think of this episode?
Hey guys, I'm Jack. I go by Jacko Buddy. I'm on Twitter, DMs Guild, Patreon, and all the different places where people do things, where I do a lot of freelance and homebrew writing. I also own Reliant Games, where we stream on Tuesdays, and then on Thursdays I'm right here on unMadeGaming. And this Friday I am on the Chronicles of Cascardis over on Capricorn Cross's channel as well, where I'm going to be wrecking somebody's dreams tomorrow. It's going to be fun.
Nice.
Yeah, always good. I enjoy that.
Sweet.
Yeah, tonight was super duper fun. I did not expect that fight to have such little bloodshed. I figured it was going to be a bloodbath. I did not expect you guys to go to the Wizard Tower at all today, so that was a really cool way to kind of flesh out some things that are transpiring. I did not expect Wes to get himself thrown in jail, but that scene of him snapping on the Queen was awesome. Loved it. And I really liked, I think this episode gave a good chance to flesh out Alethea a little bit more as well, and I really enjoyed some of that, like kind of seeing her like, going looking for her dad and trying to kind of be the voice of reason with the party a little bit today and things like that. So this was super fun. And as always, I like dropping the next week's episode title. So we are, correct me if I'm wrong, but next week is Thanksgiving, so we're not here on next week.
Yes.
And so it'll be a week off, and then when we come back, we have only 4 episodes left in the whole show. And episode 10 is going to be titled Anna.
Nice. I like it. I will say we've always talked about how fun this game is, but I will say it is definitely freeing to play a character with no motives at all. Like, I literally wrote a backstory that he has amnesia or something and doesn't know why he is the way he is or why there's only one of him. And so he just is a pure good nature boy who has no ulterior motives and is just happy to make friends. So it's very interesting to play a character with literally no backstory and no motives to do anything. He's just like, this is a good time. So it's definitely a fun way to play that character. Yeah, so apart from being here to GM this game, Jack is also here representing Reliant Games, as he said earlier, on Twitch. You can also follow them on Twitter and hit them up for all your podcast creation and hosting needs. They're actually making their show into a podcast. And Kenny is here representing our other sponsor, which is the Dice of Rolling, which is a full set of polyhedral dice with optimized quantities and fun colors for D&D 5e. If you want to roll that fireball, you scoop those D6s and you roll that fireball. You don't have to borrow your friends. You don't have to borrow your GMs. God forbid. And starting next Friday, I believe, there is a Black Friday sale on the website. So go check that website out. Use coupon code UMG for $1 off and get those dice and stuff those stockings with those. With that being said, guys, go check out our Patreon and let's go raid our friend Scraticus with the Scraticus Academy. They're playing some tabletop games over there. So let's give them a quick little raid. And yeah, from all of us to you guys, bye-bye.